As a man.
And you've kept me here. 1 o'clock is 1:30. I've got work tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do super chats. Yeah, we spoke.
And you have said, and the whole show you have not said anything of a substance.
Because you're telling me shit things.
It's 2 hours. You haven't said anything of a substance. We haven't gotten one sentence from you where we can actually discuss. Literally.
The only thing is that
Exactly.
I'm gonna win the league.
How can I try to Arsenal?
You haven't said anything of a substance.
This guy called the scumbag after what?
They can he can laugh as much as you want like a fraud. You can laugh. You
يا حبيبي let us have والله العظيم I know you know. يا عم I have seen you have football conversations. Stop with the monologues. خلينا have a conversation for real.
No.
Hamza, do you think Semenyo? Hamza, do you think Semenyo is? Who would you?
What did you?
All right, mate. Please.
What did
You're
you
the
make?
biggest back of Arsenal. What are you gonna say today?
I praise.
Are you gonna congratulate us being top of the league because you do everyday show about Arsenal, guys. Arsenal, yeah, you got Arsenal.
If you're not here to
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream. We are here to talk about Liverpool Football Club. But first, as you guys can see, I'm wearing my Jordan kit so Callum doesn't get triggered because it's my country. So he can't get triggered. He can't tell me what you're not Argentinian or something. You get me? I'm wearing the Jordan kit, chat. You know it's the World Cup. So I hooked you guys up. And for the next 4 days, the discount code is now MHF15. So I'm getting you guys a 15% discount code. So go check out OK Jersey and go get yourself some stuff for the World Cup. I'm going to wear a different shirt for the next 3 streams, you know, even though I'm not like, I'm only Jordanian in it. So like, I'm only Jordanian chat, you know, but yeah, I'll show you guys later the other stuff I got as well. So big up to you guys. This code only runs for the next 4 days. Discount code 15%. So use MHF15 and go get yourself stuff for the World Cup. And if you don't buy a Jordan shirt, you're a fraud and a bum. Specifically the ones who promised me to go to the stadium in the US. Like this is the thing now. Because you told me you're gonna go to the stadium. So it's time to represent. I want to see my subscribers at the stadium backing my country. So go buy a Jordanian shirt. Big up to all of you guys. And yeah, we're back now to Liverpool sucking again. Is Callum lagging out?
How about now?
Oh, you're on.
He's back tab. He's back on his tab.
Did you say Liverpool sucking again? When did we stop sucking? Pause.
I know.
When did we stop?
That can't be the start of the stream.
It'll be the you know how like we have the little runs where it's like 2 or 3 games where we get we still look crap but we get a result. That's what it'll be. That's what people will be believing.
Great.
It's wonderful.
Great. Anyway, let's talk about the game yesterday and then we take it from there. Callum, you talk to me about the game yesterday first of all. Talk to me.
Okay, we started the game not looking like we wanted to be out there and then went 2-0 down. Then we managed to see out the first half, even though Bruno, if I'm not mistaken, should have had a goal in the first half as well, but got it all wrong. There's a question about the second goal, whether it was a handball or not, whether it should have counted. Fair enough. We can have that debate. Then the second half started and Szoboszlai picked up on the mistake from Amad Diallo and scored a fantastic individual goal. Then McAllister was very intelligent in intercepting the goalkeeper's pass out from the back. Szoboszlai, again, very smart with the assist, and Gakpo with a tidy finish. And you think, oh, maybe we can kick on from here and actually get something out of the game, considering how poor we've been. But then we, again, are our own worst enemies. The substitutions made no sense. Well, the starting lineup made no sense. Yeah. Substitutions, again, were silly. And then McAllister, who's world-class and the best midfielder in the world, is at fault for the third goal. So, cool.
I think you're better than this, Callum. You're really better than this.
What have I said? That's
because you know it's not just his fault. His clearance was poor, but the people like it wasn't just his fault because like you can't allow Kobe Mino to have a shot that easily as well. It's both things.
He has the shot.
Hold on. Wait. If Gravenberch had done that clearance, would you have said it's anyone else's fault, Sam?
Yeah, because you still have to cover Mino. You're acting like I blame Gravenberg. By the way, this season I haven't blamed Gravenberg for like stuff generally. I'm just talking about his general play. I don't think he's a good passer. That's all. And yesterday was proven again. By the way, he can't pass.
McAllister showed that he's not this great midfielder as well.
I never said he's a great midfielder.
The fact is, McAllister was at fault for 2 of the 3 goals.
I disagree.
So
the first goal for me was on Van Dijk.
The first goal?
Yeah, yeah.
McAllister's first goal on Van Dijk.
It was this pass that went astray. And then the
first goal is on Van Dijk because you can't defend. You have to defend. You have to be able to defend the cross.
The first goal was a corner. The deflection.
I mean, sorry. The second. Sorry, my bad. The second goal was on Van Dijk, not the first one. My bad.
The second goal is on McAllister because he gives the fucking ball away.
Yeah, he did.
No. The second
and if you're looking at who's at fault for not defending that cross,
second goal was on Van Dijk because
if you're looking at who's at fault for not defending that cross, it's one of Konate or Robertson because that's where the fucking cross goes.
Yeah, and the Robertson clearance is poor as well from the corner for the first one. For the bro, I forgot which. Okay, wait. The first one was the corner. That was the one that Robertson cleared, and then everyone tried to go and like block it.
Did McAllister
made a straight pass.
McAllister shit himself on the corner and turned his back on the shot, which you should never do, and it hits him and goes in.
You got to look at where it started.
So did the Konate as well for the first goal. How's that McAllister's fault?
Because it
hits McAllister.
McAllister
goes in off McAllister.
Oh, okay. So if it just deflects off someone, it's someone's fault just because it deflects off them. How's that?
Well, yes. When you be a little shit out,
that's crazy logic. By the way, I don't think I've ever used that logic for everyone. Like I don't think I used Matip's like deflection against Kevin De Bruyne. It means it's his fault. Like I've never used that logic before.
It is his fault.
Who else's fault is it? It is his fault.
The defense for not closing him down, for not allowing him to shoot.
Matip, you don't, bro. I've played in midfield and I've played in defense. If the ball's coming at you, you do not turn your back on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You approach the ball.
You
narrow the angle to minimize the impact.
Don't get me wrong.
You can't get out to it. You face it up. You face it up.
If you're running towards the ball and someone maybe chops and then shoots, your back might then be towards the ball, but then you still try and get a body part on the ball. But otherwise, if you're facing the ball, you don't turn your back on the ball.
No, you don't. No, you know what it is, Kyle? What you got to look at, bro. Sorry to interrupt.
If I remember correctly, the first goal, the attempt to block it was by like Konate and McAllister.
Gravenberch, actually. I think it was Gravenberch.
Was it Konate or Gravenberch?
Grav blocked the first one.
Yeah. He blocks the first one, and the second one, McAllister is in front of it. He's in the correct way, and then he has the shot, and he goes like that, and turns to the side, and it hits his back and goes in.
Yeah, but the guy next to him turned his back as well.
What you guys got to look at? Yes. How did that corner happen?
And if it had come off him, if it had come off the guy next to him,
if it comes off the other guy, it's his fault. That's not my logic.
Oh
my logic is we have to close Cunha down. That's my logic.
And who should have done that then?
Them, the guys standing there. That's because if you look at the start of the corner, McAllister was
McAllister's fault for a different reason.
Tom, if you look at the replay from behind the goal, because I saw the replay from behind the goal. Look at the replay from behind the goal. McAllister was defending Casemiro in the corner, and he literally just runs out to try to block Cunha, but it deflects off of him. I'm not gonna blame him for a deflection.
If Gravenberch did what McAllister did yesterday, you'd be onto him yourself. And rightly, and you'd have every right to be. You'd have every right to be. You'd be onto him.
No, I wouldn't. I blamed Gravenberch. I only speak about Gravenberch's lack of passing. That's it. I don't talk about like errors leading to goal or whatever.
Now you got guys. You just got to look at how it started, innit? It started from a straight pass. He tried to pass to, I think, Wirtz or something, and then they blocked it out. They counter-attacked. They got a corner. And when they got a corner, obviously, he came to the edge of the box. Couldn't shot it the first time. The Gravenberch blocked it. And the second time, instead of like approach, because you got to look at football sense, guys, yeah? Before a person takes a shot, you got to approach the ball to minimize the impact if you're scared of the ball, which he didn't. He ran too late. By the time he tried to run, he turned his back and then he hit his back and then went into the goal. So every instant in that goal, McAllister's at fault for that because he started the counter that started from him, if you know what I mean. So I'm not here criticizing just McAllister. I'm here about the whole team. The whole team is shit, man. There's no aggression. There's no desire. There's nothing about this team that shows me like we are improving or anything like that. So you can't just always label players for this mess that we're in. The head
I'm
coach
not
is
labeling
rubbish,
for the
man.
mess they're in, Fuzzy. I'm just literally labeling.
Yeah.
the-
I'm
You
labeling
did
it on
because
the
I
game.
started with you, and the first thing you said was McAllister.
There's no
just
structure in this team, guys. There's nothing.
because
There's
all
nothing.
season I've been hearing the McAllister's this, McAllister's that, and I'm like, he hasn't been this and he hasn't been that. And then
What
when
have
he
you
does
been
some-
hearing?
No,
all
wait. When
season,
he
man?
does something, I
Let's
don't
see,
hear
because you
anything.
get irritated when someone changes your words. So what have you been hearing all season? Tell me.
I've been hearing all season that McAllister's not an issue because it's the tactics.
No
from
one
the
said
start.
that. Literally, no one
Not
said
even
that.
letting me finish.
You're just making stuff up now. No one said
You're
that.
not even letting me finish.
No, but no one said that because, like, don't make up
No,
stuff.
you've
bro.
never
No one
said this
that.
season. You've never once
I'm
said this
McAllister's
season.
biggest defender. No one said. I've never ever said McAllister is not an issue. I've literally
Okay.
never ever said that.
Okay,
And I'm literally his biggest defender.
we know her, Sam.
I think on this whole platform, I'm the one that defends him the most.
Well,
like-
I
I'll
don't
defend
think there's
him,
any dispute in that.
Yeah, I'm the one that defends him the most, and I never ever claimed that he's not a problem. So you've already started off on the wrong foot.
So you haven't once said that you're not looking at how he's played, you're looking at the manager, because under a different manager, McAllister would be this, and you're saying if PSG or Enrique was to come to Liverpool, McAllister would be the first midfielder he start or play. You never said that.
Yes,
this
if
season.
if Enrique that's a completely different thing. If Enrique manages Liverpool, McAllister will not be
The
sold. He'll be
system does
grabbed
not
and
suit the
sold.
players, guys.
Because
Have
he
you ever-
likes a passer. How is that crazy? That's
That's
not
what-
So
crazy.
if I was allowed to finish my point that I made, then you'd have seen what I said.
The same thing applies to like a Curtis Jones. Like he's leaving right now, but guess what?
Yeah.
If what's his name? If Enrique comes in, he's gonna cancel that transfer immediately because Jones is a good passer. That ain't crazy at all.
I'm sorry.
That doesn't mean he's not a problem. That's a completely different thing. What you said at the
If
start.
Gravenberch had the game McAllister had yesterday, we'd be hearing about it.
McAllister was fucking criminal yesterday. He was. I'm not using it to say across the whole season, but yesterday he was at the scene of the crime for everything. Everything that went wrong yesterday for Liverpool, he was at the scene of the crime in one way or another. And it's the same way I acted with Canate this season. When Canate was at the scene of the crime for everything this season, I was on him. I was questioning it. Because it's not coincidence. Yesterday, McAllister was at the scene of the crime for everything. It was three separate mistakes. And even when he did well on the second goal for us, winning pressing high, winning the ball back one of the first times this season. But his overall performance also was below the standard. He was the worst midfielder of the three.
I can't even deny that, to be fair.
He was,
I
and
disagree, but-
Gravenberch wasn't even good,
Nah, he was
But he-
rubbish as well.
but he was better than McAllister.
I don't know about that, but
Gravy boat.
The problem is for the millionth time this season, Liverpool Football Club went into that game and played the first half on fucking second gear with no fight or desire.
true.
Too many times this season, we piss away first halves of football matches, go in at half time 1-0 down, and give ourselves a mountain to climb out of to climb up to get to save the game. And then when you go and do it, you then piss it away by letting the standards drop again. The problem is what is this man just saying to them? What is the message before these lot go on the pitch? Because every single time these fuckers step on the pitch, they look like they can't be bothered. They look
It doesn't even matter the game, Tom. It doesn't even matter the game anymore.
This is Manchester United away.
Yeah.
This is one of the biggest games of the season, and it took us a fucking half to get a bit of fight in our belly.
And even then, the first goal comes because they make a mistake, and Szoboszlai has individual brilliant.
The second goal came from that. One
Even
again,
the goal
it's
was a
another
mistake
game.
as well.
It's another game where we
The
can't
second goal
create
was a
anything.
mistake as well.
Yeah,
We didn't
Sympathy
create anything.
goals, man.
We
Oh,
didn't create
God.
anything. The best chance we created was the free kick, which got sent in the box and then it bounced around a bit and the keeper had to save it. That was the best chance we
It's
created.
embarrassing. It's embarrassing, man.
We had
When was the
0.8
Tom,
XG.
when was the last time you see like our strikers one-on-one with the goalkeeper and putting it in the bottom of the net, like in the side of the net or anything like that?
You
I
need
don't
you
even
need
see
a
that.
striker
anymore.
fit for that. You need a striker.
You don't
fit
even
for that.
see anything like that. You know what I mean? Because we don't create chances. We're just
Are we
a team
saying
on the
it
pitch.
was it Karabakh when Ekiti
There you
came
go.
out?
Look how long ago that is. There you go.
Karabakh.
That's I'm telling you, Husam. That's how long ago it
Can I
is,
just
Husam.
straight a bit as well?
Such a long time ago.
We have our centre midfielder, who in my opinion has been our second best midfielder this season, playing at right back.
Mhm.
But Tom, you're good with that.
Yeah.
We have our right back that we bought in the summer playing at right wing. Then we have our number 10, who should be our superstar, playing as a false 9, left winger and right winger. And then the first sub we make is a left back for a left back.
Yeah. And that's
Well,
after they made
they
made
I
the
could not
sub
believe
before
that.
us again. They made the sub before us again.
No, but Tom, let's go inside the mind of Arne Slot, the genius.
Do you want to really do that, Sam?
I want to
question
question his
yourself,
mind,
bro.
because sometimes in order to destroy your opponent, you have to understand the way he thinks. So I'm very interested in his mind. Like I'm in Arne Slot's place. I'm lucky as hell. Man United just gifted me 2 goals. Szoboszlai individual brilliance, and the other one, Lemens, just gifts us the ball. Great. Let me take a left back odd and bring on a left back.
I could have sworn it was 2-2 when Konate was
So
taken off.
now, Fozzie, you've been watching football longer than all of. What does that do, Fozzie? What's the
Nothing.
what's the
It doesn't
genius?
change anything.
Left
It
back
does not
off,
change
left back
anything.
on. Okay,
Nothing.
now-
The same shit's happening. So what's the point? Nothing ever changes. And then you
And the
take
thing
off. You need to defend better. You take off Konate and put Gravenberch as a centre back. He's already freaking struggling on the pitch to defend. Why are you putting him as a centre back? Guys, like, it's the same every week, man. I'm tired. I don't know how people just come on here talking about the same thing every week. We don't engage towards the ball. We don't regain possession. We pass side to side. My neck is bloody tired. It's just the same crap every week. And then like we win a couple of games. Oh, we're back. We're not back. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's out of his depth. Even if you keep him till next season, we're gonna be here again. Just get rid of the guy in the summer. Let's start again, because if we go into it next season, we're gonna do the Brendan Rodgers. There's no transfer window for the next manager. You know, they don't sign anyone in January, so we're gonna wait next summer, and then it's gonna take us another summer to get new players in to transition to next season. So it's gonna take us 3 seasons to even get back to challenging again. Just nip it in the bud now. Get rid of the guy. Let's move on. Let's just restart, man. Well, while we can. I'm tired of watching this. Nothing's gonna change. That game yesterday, the players did not even look up for it. That's Man United. You know what I mean? Man United. And we go out there and play like that. And then you guys are saying like at least we came back 2-2. What's 2-2 got to do anything? I knew. I was gonna watch along. I said, guys, the way it looks to me is like we're gonna concede a goal near the end of the game. And what happened? Kobe Mainoo, not even like took a shot. He actually placed it in the bottom corner with finesse. That's how easy the goals are nowadays going against us. I'll give up, man. No. I'm not watching this shit anymore, man. I'm being serious, guys. It's boring, man. And there's no structure. There's no leadership in this team. Even Van Dijk is making mistakes this season, as well as Salah, as well as everybody else. Doesn't that tell you there's something wrong with this team as a whole? There's no pace in this team. There's nothing that remotely close to last season. There's nothing at all. He completely destroyed this football club from top to bottom, and it's getting worse. It's getting even worse. That's how I see it, guys. I don't know what you guys think of it, but that's how I see it. Nothing's going to get better. I see a Brendan Rodgers again. That's all I see.
It is worse than Brendan. This is worse than Brendan Rodgers. This is as bad as when Hodgson was here. In fact, it's worse than when Hodgson was here as well. Hodgson was given players like Konchesky and Poulsen and all these players. This is worse. This guy's been given, arguably, the greatest Liverpool squad that we've assembled, maybe barring the quad chasing season. And he's
we might as well kept the last season's team, Cal. We might as well just kept last season's team.
You keep on saying this, Fozzie. Again, this isn't even aimed at you, bro. You keep on saying this. Does everyone forget that from January we weren't great? That was with the old. This manager changed tactics, going away from what made us good because he wanted to implement his own philosophy and his own tactics.
Weak.
And from there, we've pissed the bed. So no matter what players you have in this team, under this manager with this philosophy, it's not going to work. You can have the best player in every single position. It's going to put us higher up the table because we've got talent, but at the end of the day, we're not going to win because we have this manager. We haven't been good since January 2025. Over a whole calendar year, we haven't been good. Mm-hmm. We've had some good games here and there, such as Spurs when we clinched the title and stuff like that. Ipswich when we beat them, I think 4-1. We've had some good games. But on the whole, we've been average to poor at best. This has been happening since January 2025. But because we were so far ahead in the league and because we were ecstatic about winning the league as we should have been, we papered over it and we ignored it. And we thought, or should I say, I thought, when we add to the squad and get some more players that he trusts and he rotates a bit more, we'll turn out to be better in the second season.
No, it's not you thought. We thought you're correct. Everyone thought that.
Everybody thought that. Yeah.
I know, but I can't speak for everyone. I'm just saying.
yeah,
No, we
because-
were all excited after the summer. Of course we were.
But again, I did say at the beginning of the season, I didn't think we'd walk the league, but I did think we'd still win it. But after what we've done this season, we're lucky to be in the top 5. We're lucky to be in the top. We're in
It's
the
the
top
season,
5.
innit, Carl? It's the season, innit?
Yeah, because we're lucky to be in the top 5 because of other teams being poor. And look, don't get me wrong, the manager's poor, but we also have players in our team that have been massively overrated
No
and
leadership.
are living on a reputation based on previous clubs or what they did last season or the season before. Woodman, I can't get annoyed with his third choice goalkeeper. Jones shouldn't be
I don't
playing
think
right
that's
back.
fault for any goal as well. Would
No.
No, I mean, the second one, I think he could have maybe done a little better with. A little bit unlucky, but he could have done a little bit better.
I'll be honest with you. The second one, we're robbed. That should be ruled off.
No, I agree. It should be ruled off. as
Yeah,
well.
it should be rolled
Be
off.
ruled off.
100%.
It touches Sesco's hand. It should be ruled off. I'm
Yeah,
just be
yeah.
honest.
Jones shouldn't be playing right back. Jones should have started in the pivot yesterday. It should have been Szoboszlai and Jones in the pivot yesterday. Again, I don't understand what this manager sees in Mac and Grav right now. Kanai and Virgil, I didn't have an issue with yesterday. Robbo got dunked on a couple times, but he wasn't poor. But I still don't understand why Kirkers didn't start. Grav and Mac just, the less said, the better. Wirtz, as much as I feel sorry for him in terms of him coming to the team and also being chopped and changed and put into different roles in the team and this, that, and the other, he's just not he's not impacting the game. For what the reputation is, for who he should be doing more. But at the same time, if I put Shirky into this current team, if I put Musiala in this team, I don't think they do anything either. Especially when he's asked to be the striker, the left winger, and the right winger. I don't get it. Gakpo is Gakpo, innit? Like, I've been speaking
He
about
wasn't
Gakpo.
even
I thought he done all right.
He wasn't even bad yesterday. He was
he
like
was all right
okay.
yesterday.
No, I just thought he was average. But again, because
Yeah, he was okay,
average,
but like,
but that's
for
my
Gakpo
point.
level.
No, but that's my point. If he's on the left wing as a left winger, I should be seeing a bit more from him, innit? But at the same time, I'm looking at him going, you're limited, but the manager keeps on playing you. Rio came on yesterday and did more than all of our attackers combined. In that small cameo, Rio came on and did more than all of his attackers combined. And then Frimpong, I was told this guy is one of the best
he's
right backs in
fucking
the world.
shite.
It's rubbish.
We
bro.
can play right wing. When I said in the summer, Frimpong is not a right winger, do not play him on the right wing, I got cussed out. Just because someone's got pace doesn't make them good. He's not a right winger. He's a right wing back at best. A right back could pass as a right back. He's not a right winger.
That's my thing. You know, you're speaking about Frimpong as an example, bro. Like the way Slot is using these players. That's why I haven't been like recently. I haven't been onto Wirtz like as much as I was in the past, because I took a step back. Like I'll probably say a month ago, and I was like, this manager is just making everyone worse, bro. Like after Wirtz went on the last international break and he destroyed Switzerland, I'm like, there is no way this is the same Wirtz that comes to Liverpool. And you know, you see him yesterday. Callum, I'm sure you noticed this, and Fozzy. Tom, it's not an insult to you. It's just because they're a bit older, so they'll understand what I'm saying a bit more. He's playing with such a lack of confidence in a Liverpool shirt. It's unbelievable. When he puts on a Germany shirt, by the way, he knows like I'm Florian Wirtz. At Liverpool, I feel like he thinks I'm Curtis Jones. I'm not saying that as an insult. I'm saying like in terms of like, let's be honest about this. If I put Curtis Jones in Florian Wirtz's position, the same exact thing Wirtz did, Curtis Jones would do. Ball rotation, pass left, pass right, etc. And anyone who recommends Wirtz to play on the left or on any wing position, I think you're delusional and crazy because you're wasting his talent. And I think some of the things like that annoys me with the way that we've used Florian Wirtz is we're not putting him in risk-taking positions enough, and there is no runners. Meaning, yesterday, this is what happened with Florian Wirtz. This is what happened with Florian Wirtz. Second half, I'll start in reverse. Second half, he became the runner. Like, he became the guy that's making the runs. Slot, are you dumb? Like, are you actually stupid? Imagine asking Mesut Ozil to run in behind. What's the point? What's actually the point? And in the first half, I was doing the watch along. I'm like, guys, please just focus with me. After the 2-0, you know, when the game got a bit more relaxed and we saw the structure of the team. I'm like, guys, just notice where everyone is.
Thank you.
Wirtz is playing striker. Gravenberg is playing right wing. Gakpo is dropping to the left. Robertson is playing left winger. McAllister is like deeper than all of them. And I'm like, so guys, where... So Wirtz gets the ball now. Tell me, please, without using Kumbaya talk, he cost 100 million. Forget all this. Tell me right now, Wirtz gets the ball in the first half. What is he supposed to do? Who is he supposed to find? Who is he supposed to pass to? Who is he supposed to play a through ball to? Like Bruno Fernandes played
the tactics made no sense
yesterday. One second. Bruno Fernandes is like player of the season level. Blah, blah. Bruno Fernandes averages 18 through balls. KDB used to average 7. So he's a high volume player. But Bruno Fernandes got Ahmad, Cunha, Sesko, Mbuemo, all to find in space. Even the fullbacks, Dallo and whoever, Dorgo, whoever plays left. All these players are making runs for Bruno to find. But yesterday, the only one that I saw actively make runs, whether he's shit or not is besides the point. But the only one that made runs was Frimpong. Like he was the only one that made runs.
He wasn't though.
He's the only one that made runs down the wing. I mean, like he's the only one that made runs over there.
He wasn't because he was getting the ball. No one was making the runs down the wing because the setup was fucking stupid. The whole point of that setup, setup is to have a midfield overload, so you can pass it round between all your midfielders, and then play the ball in behind down the line. What we were doing was getting the ball, passing it out wide at the earliest opportunity to Frimpong or to Gakpo, so they're picking the ball up on the halfway line and then going, go on, do something. Jeremy Frimpong is shit with the ball. He's actually garbage with the footballer's feet. So why are we giving him the ball in areas where you need to be very technically sound? Why is that what we're doing? Why is Gakpo receiving the ball deep? Because all you were asking then was for guys who want the ball to feet because they're technically sound enough to operate in the middle, to make runs in behind where they're not going to get onto it because they're not quick. I was watching Gravenberg make line-breaking runs because Frimpong got the ball at deep. What are we doing? So this is why we can sit there and hammer home the point that certain players have not hit the level this season and maybe not good enough anymore. 100% you are correct there. But when these guys are being set up in a mind-blowingly shit way, there is only so much I can pin on them. Why are you set up that way? And then you could see the impact it had in the second half. Go look at Szoboszlai's goal, by the way. Go look at Szoboszlai's goal. He makes the wrong decision.
Yeah.
Any other player in that position passes it because you've got a 4-on-4 and your guy on your left's unmarked. So you pass it and then you make the run for the cutback. He looks up. He goes, one's Gakpo, one's Frimpong. I'm better on my own.
No.
I'm better on my own. I'll just do it myself.
I disagree with that, Tom. So I'll tell you why. I actually give credit to Gakpo for that goal because Gakpo's run actually takes the defender away and puts the ball in situations. So I actually think that's disingenuous. I actually think Gakpo doesn't make... I said this on the watchdog. Gakpo deserves credit for that. And one of the reasons why I said that, if you watch Liverpool play this season, we have no unselfish runners. The beauty of when we had Mane, Firmino and Salah as the front three, those three would all make runs even if they knew they weren't going to get the ball. Because they knew that me making a run over there is a 50-50 chance of me getting the ball. Another 50% chance is the person who has the ball now has more space to do something with the ball. Everyone, if you watch when McAllister, Grav, or Florian Wirtz have the football, or Szoboszlai, everyone has got their back to goal. Everyone, sorry, that's in front of them has their back to goal, waiting to receive the ball to feet. No one thinks to themselves, I'm going to go and turn sideways on and look to make a run in behind. Or I'm going to face away from the ball and make a run and hope that I can drag this defender to open up space. Everyone just wants it comfortably. And again, I don't know if you guys saw the stats after the game. I think we had like 170 touches in the final third of their final third. They had like 98 or something like that in ours. But they had more touches in the box than we had in their box. Because we are content with sitting back and holding onto the ball and doing nothing with it. It is Arne Slot football 101. Control. I do nothing with the ball.
It's foreplay football. That's all it is. There's no penetration.
That's not even
foreplay
football. That's not even foreplay. That's handshake and pinky swears. That's what that is. That's handshakes and pinky swears. That's not foreplay, bro. Not the foreplay I do. I get somewhere. I still get somewhere. He's like handshaking and doing pinky swears and well, kiss on the cheek and all that. That's what these lot are doing.
But then you look at then what Rio done when he come on. Rio should have come on earlier, by the way. And I've seen the narrative
Rio
today.
should have started.
Rio should have started.
No, but have you seen the narrative today? Oh, that's why Rio doesn't. That third goal is why Rio doesn't start. Your winger should be tracking that.
Oh, Jones, if Jones is again nothing on Jones, but a proper right back there closes that space down.
Mm-hmm.
But Jones ain't a right back, so what is he meant to do?
And even then, there's 2 points after that where it can be dealt with. Kirkes gets underneath the fucking ball on a cross for the 17th time this season. And then McAllister shanks a clearance because he thinks, oh, if I just do it that way, it's all right. Anyone with a brain knows in that situation, you welly that fucker away. You welly that fucker as far away.
You just kick it for a throw-in, don't you, Tom? Like kick it where
you don't try and get it out into the danger zone. You don't put it out there into the danger zone.
Kick it for a throw-in.
You can sit there and say, oh, you guys got to be out there to mean him. No one in the box who is in that box from defending that cross is thinking, you know what McAllister's going to do here? He's going to put it on a plate for Manu on the edge of the box here. Szoboszlai's the closest guy, and he's half a second late. He's going, why the fuck have you put it there? It's stupid. It's stupid. So much of it is stupid. So much of it is idiotic. So much of it is piss poor. And the standard in this football club this season has been so low, and it's been allowed to be so low for a variety of reasons.
Allowed, yep. 100%.
You know, for me, Fuzzy, check the private chat, please. The thing is,
question.
Yeah, go on.
If it was up to you, and we had let's say we had 300 million plus player sales, and it was up to you guys, who would you buy and replace in this squad? Forget about who signed last summer. Forget about realism here. Who would you actually buy and replace?
What do you mean?
As in, if I said to you, got 300 million to spend plus whatever player sells, and I said to you, you can sell whoever you want. I don't care if they've been at the club for 5 minutes or 5 years, and you'd replace them in the team. Forget about who you'd replace them with. Who would you actually sell
in this team now?
Yeah.
Frimpong. Centre back's all right. Robertson's going to go, so we'll include him. McAllister, Gravenberch, Gakpo.
That ain't going to happen. But...
Chiesa. That's 7, just off the top of my head. Salah's going as well, so we'll make it 8. I'm all right with the keepers. I just wish they'd all stop getting fucked.
I still don't understand Callum's question. Your question is, who would I buy from our own squad?
No.
Who would you sell? Who would you sell?
But Cal, if you sell those players, like
forget about replacements. But I just want to see where everyone's mind's at with the whole where we sit with certain players.
Okay, if you're asking me legit who I would sell, I would sell.
And Sam, forget about whether we bought them last summer or you think.
Okay, you're saying like even unrealistic. You're saying if whatever
unrealistic.
You want.
Tell me who in.
Okay, the only players I would keep are Szoboszlai and the new signings. There is a legitimate case to be made for everyone else.
You can't get rid of the
I said you don't have to.
No, but you said unrealistic. If I'm going based on performances, listen, I'd keep the new signings, Szoboszlai, and sell the rest.
We can't sign 16 players in the summer, though.
You said unrealistic. You're the one that said unrealistic.
Why didn't you go that crazy?
Unrealistic, and then get mad when you hear an unrealistic.
The worst part about that is Frimpong's fucking saying
to be made to sell all of them, bro. Like, I'm not being real with you, bro. Like, am I lying?
No,
can I not make a case
you go that crazy with it. I just didn't think you go that crazy with it.
Why should I sell McAllister? His lack of athleticism. Why should I sell Gravenberch? Because he can't pass. Why should I sell Konate? Because he hasn't been on it this season. Why should I sell Van Dijk? Because Father Time's undefeated and he hasn't been on it this season. Why should I sell Bradley? Because he's injury prone.
What I'm confused about, guys.
I can make a logic for all of them. Why should I sell Gakpo? Because he's crap. Why should I sell Chiesa? Because the manager don't trust him. Like it's just
and he's crap.
No, but you can also make cases for keeping some of those players as well. So for me, it's when I'm selling a player, do the pros outweigh the cons? If the pros outweigh the cons, then I'm going to keep said player. So again, I said I would have kept Luis Diaz last season because he could play left wing and also false nine. But I also said that if we were to sell him, I think we'd be okay if we got a replacement. Now, granted, we didn't get a replacement. We're not okay. So for me, I still find it hard to say I'd sell Frimpong. And again, Tom, I know where you sit with it. Drift is the same way.
I understand why you want to keep him. I just look at him and go, this is a lad who, build and ability-wise, is suited to play a specific role that's only ever existed under one manager that we don't have and we seemingly don't want. Yes. So otherwise, if we keep him, it's just going to be square peg and round hole. I'm playing someone too physically weak to be a good enough right back in my eyes, and I'm playing someone too technically weak to be a good enough winger in my eyes. So I've just got someone who is here because he's a good laugh on the club social media.
But at the same time,
don't do that, bro. Don't do that, Tom. Don't do that, bro.
Forward the back, if you cater the tactics and maybe play a diamond or you play a 3 in midfield, then you could cover his deficiencies and he could offer you quite a lot going forward.
But he's not good enough to warrant that, though.
No, again, I hear that. Look, I do like Frimpong. I think it'd be harsh us selling him, but at the same time, if we did, I couldn't sit there and crash out about it either.
I just think like under a different manager, they could be different, these players. I honestly think that. You know what I mean? And you know, this season we didn't like expect Bradley to be injured like for the rest of the season, so we don't know how often would Frimpong play anyway. So you got to look at it from that point of view. I honestly think different tactics that suits the players. I think we would have done better this season, but it's just maybe it's just me. I don't think you could just blame the players for this season.
We're almost a mirror image of Man United, Fozzy. If Man United keep Amorim, they're not in a top 5 race. No, they're not even in the top 5. They're probably in the bottom half of the league. Yeah. If we got rid of Slot around the same time and brought in someone else, I think
fresh ideas, bounce, of course.
I think we're in a title race. I don't think we win it because of how bad it would have gotten under Slot, but we're still in a title race, in my opinion, until the end.
100%. You know what I mean? And
you know. Speaking of that, Callum, I'll be honest with you. Every time I think of the title race this season, I get even more triggered.
It is, yeah.
Same, bro.
True. Same
because
here, bro.
You want to know something? Let's assume currently the date is
this back to back.
Yes, it's the 4th of May. Imagine this was 4th of August stream. Imagine all 4 of us were doing the stream in the 4th of August. And I said, City are going to have 7 draws and 5 losses. Arsenal are going to have 7 draws and 5 losses. All of you would have said guaranteed title. Guaranteed. They're on 7 draws and 5 losses each. Are you deep?
It's mad, isn't it? It's mad. It's mad, isn't it, Husam? It's mad, isn't it?
You know how crazy that is? Like 7 draws and 5 losses. Imagine. How many points have they dropped this season?
And
if
what's
Liverpool
the point?
Football Club beat the promoted sides, Spurs at home, and the games were just expected, like, let's assume we lost today's game anyway. So forget today's game. Away at Old Trafford, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, yesterday's game. Adi, forget it. If we just beat the promoted sides and the crap sides were expected to beat, we're currently ahead of them both.
Oh, yeah, 100%. That's the saddest thing.
We've had 19 losses in the season.
And you know the Salah interview with Gerrard where he tells him, I played right back this season. You know, I know they both laughed at it a little bit, but the fact that Mo's saying this in an interview for me shows that the players don't believe in the manager anymore. Like, that's something I'm gonna just go ahead and say at this point, because I feel like it's pointless to deny. Because we're not even scoring any goals with, like, how can I say it? We're not scoring any goals.
Creating chances, like, to score.
There's
goals.
no patterns, you know. There's no pattern where the right winger gets it and the right back makes an overlapping run and Wirtz is there and blah blah blah. We're not doing that. The last time, like, the game where I remember we had patterns of play was literally Atletico at home in the Champions League. And, you know, of course, the couple of shit games here and there, like Karabag and blah, blah, blah. We're talking about, like, opponents, Galatasaray maybe, but outside that, bro, like, we aren't really scoring out of patterns. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. We're scoring out of individual brilliance and opposition mistakes as well.
But Husam, like, this is why
the goal is literally Lamens giving us the ball. But as an example, Callum, you know, I know you might not like what I'm going to say, but that's just an example. if Gravenberg gets the ball where McAllister gets it from the Lemens error, he would dribble it into a Man United player. Like, let's be honest about it. Let's be honest. Like, he won't even release the ball. He probably just dribble it into a Man United player. So, like, it's not.
I know. I ain't even got rebuttal for that one. I ain't even got rebuttal. I'm not. I ain't got no rebuttal.
Callum's like, I don't. You know, fair.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Like,
I know when to pick my fighters, bro. I can't even. But I'll tell you what it's a Sam, yeah? And this is why me and you disagreed on the whole Salah thing, why I'd keep Salah. I think, Tom, you said it on Friday, maybe. If you look at Salah's heat map, he's picking the ball up as a right wing back as opposed to a right winger. That's never been Salah's game. Hell, that was never Mane's game. You're meant to get players like Salah, Wirtz, Gakpo, and whoever the striker is, be Ekitike or Isak, on the ball in areas where they can cause danger. Bro, I kid you not, like an idiot, because I'm just this dumb fool. You know what they showed on LFC TV after the game yesterday?
No.
The Liverpool versus Man United game at Old Trafford from last season.
A 3-0 win.
Yeah. I don't know if LFC...
Go and look at where they're picking the ball up in that game.
Tom, and again, I know everyone hates him because of how he left and all that. You see when Trent got the ball and he got his head up and you saw Salah was on the move? Boom.
Boom. Straight
They
away.
said, yeah, hold that, Salah. You're now one-on-one. And you know what that made everyone do on the opposition team? Run backwards. You know what they made everyone do on our team? Run forward.
Run forwards. Yeah.
But right now, if we get the ball where Trent was picking up the ball, it would be pass to Virgil,
Pass
back and forth between them 3 times, pass back to the goalkeeper, then the goalkeeper gets to Virgil. And Virgil goes to Gravenberch, and Gravenberch passes back to Virgil.
Predictable.
Then back to McAllister, then McAllister passes it back. Then it passes it out wide, maybe. Then maybe down the line to Gakpo. Gakpo skips inside one person, passes it backwards. Then we go forward again to Wirtz. Then Wirtz passes it backwards. Then we
Carl,
go over
you just said it. You just said it, Carl. It's a systematic thing. There you go.
Then we lose the ball. Guys, there is no one in our team that gets the ball. And again, this is where Tom...
You missed a really fun bit, though, Cal, where sometimes he passes back to the keeper who just kicks it fucking long when no one's told. And then we just lose the fucking ball.
And again, Tom, even though I disagree in terms of I think Wharton is the answer to our midfield issues, I understand why the club would be looking at him because we don't have anyone in the team right now who can pick up the ball.
He solves the biggest problem. He doesn't solve all the problems, but our biggest problem is we cannot progress
going
the ball
forward. He
enough.
solves our biggest problem.
We cannot progress the ball quick enough.
Yeah, and we don't.
By the way,
pass
to
the
prove
ball
Callum's
on the
point,
ground.
even yesterday we had 62% possession.
Exactly.
We won the possession game, but it's all left, right. Man United get the ball, and they're like, Cunha's running, Mbeumo's running, Diallo's running. Let's go, let's create something.
Okay. So Abdus in the comments going, Wirtz is meant to be the guy making passes.
How?
He doesn't get the fucking ball. The whole point is
what?
he doesn't get the ball to make them passes because
You know
they
what?
get stuck too deep.
Do you know what? Wait, Tom. Pause. Stuck too deep. Pause. What Abdus is saying here isn't wrong. You're crashing out because of the tactics. He's not wrong though. The problem is where Abdus, in my opinion, is not adding context is Wirtz isn't getting the ball quick enough, and then when he does get the ball, there's no runners.
There's no runners at all.
You see, if Trent's got the ball, we all know Trent is a world-class long-range passer. But you see, when Trent got the ball, Mane, Robbo running on the left-hand side. Salah's running because he might get the ball down the line. Firmino's running because he thinks I might be able to trap the ball and bring someone else into play. Gini Wijnaldum was running and thinking, boy, I might get a knockdown here. If Trent got the ball in this current setup and gets his head up, Gakpo's looking at him, Wirtz is looking at him, Salah might be making a run. So even if Salah gets the ball,
there's always a threat.
It's too late because the defense is back already. I saw Rio pick up the ball on left wing. I saw Frimpong pick up the ball right wing. Gakpo pick up the ball left wing. Wirtz pick up the ball left wing. And they're faced with 2 or 3 players in front of them because we do not get the ball to these players quick enough where it allows them to isolate players. And again, I'm not telling you that Gakpo's this sick dribbler. He's not. Salah's not a sick dribbler anymore. He's not. But if you're 1v1 with someone, it gives you a much better chance of creating something than if you're 3 versus 1 or 1 versus 2. The tactics are appalling. And the sooner this man goes, the better. But again,
there was one moment where we progressed the ball quickly yesterday. It was around the 81st, 82nd minute. We play out. It's a goal kick. Woodman goes to Canate. Canate goes to Jones. Jones draws about 3 people on him and then plays it inside to McAllister, who just about gets it through on the left to I think it was Bert or something. Kirkes, who then knocked it onto Rio, and Rio was in a one-on-one. Casemiro went over. Rio ended up in 2 separate one-on-ones because Casemiro went over. He beat Casemiro. Then he flicked it over Dallo, and then he beat Casemiro again and just overran it. That was the only time in that game where we got it out wide quick enough to bypass them getting back into shape and get it to a dangerous 1v1 person. Luke Shaw was on a booking for like 70 minutes yesterday. At no point did Jeremy Frimpong try and run in behind and force the issue. At no point did he try and run behind and force the issue.
You know, I just want to say one thing. There are Liverpool fans who feel this way about Wirtz, by the way. Like this whole Wirtz thing, just so you guys know. By the way, Stevie, I'm not blaming you. I understand. Because people have done it this season to many players. So I understand why you're saying this. I'm just trying to, I'm at a stage now where I'm just contextualizing what's happening. I know I got it right when people were blaming Salah by himself and, blaming certain players. Now we know, listen, it's not just one guy. It's just not, it's impossible for this to be one guy.
The Premier League is a difficult league.
When I was on the United stand yesterday and they were like, is this a managerial thing or is this a player thing? Like, guys, we've tried every single combination of players. And we suck in every single combination of players. It's just, there is not a, if I go back yesterday, I'm sure if I asked Callum pre-game, what would your lineup be? He'd be like, take out this guy, put this guy, take out this guy, put this guy. But the way that we play, will I guarantee that with Callum's changes or mine or Fozzie's or Tom's that we'd win the game? No. We wouldn't, I would just be honest with you. I think, had we even started, I would have personally started Rio on the left, Gakpo up top, Frimpong on the right. That's most people would have done.
There you go.
I still can't guarantee that we would have won the game, even with Rio.
But at least we have people that's going to run, in the other direction and keep the width, if you know what I mean, and for Wirtz to make those passes at least. I think with Wirtz, the issue that's with him at the moment, guys, is obviously the Premier League is not a forgiving league. It's a tough league, and he's just realizing how tough it is. I think with time he will get better. I remember when Szoboszlai came in, everybody was complaining about Szoboszlai. Everybody was saying Szoboszlai is not good enough. Now everybody is eating at the palm of Szoboszlai's hand. You know what I mean? So sometimes it does take time, especially coming from Germany. If he came from France, maybe it's a different story because French players always develop better in the Premier League than German league, if you know what I mean, guys. So I listen. You bought this guy for 116 million. It's going to take him time to get used to this. Obviously, this league, number one. And number two, when you're unsure, when you're going on the pitch, the performance is always going to be like that because you haven't got the quality of players around you that suits your game. And this is why Wirtz is struggling as well. So, yeah, I think with time, I think he'll get better. I think we'll see a better Wirtz next season rather than this season. I just think people are harsh on him at the moment. And he's 21, 22? So he's young, you know what I mean? So he's always going to be developing, in a later stage, especially in the Premier League as well. I just think people are harsh on him because of that.
I want to move on, talk about our future this summer. Yes, I want to talk about this summer and the transfers and stuff. Because as I told you guys, in October, Jamie, we have spoken about world-class passer McAllister. Have you spoken about world-class Gravenberg that you said is our best technical player who keeps running into opposition players and can't pass to save his life? No,
sorry, just really quickly before you move on, Husam. Everyone can agree, right? Bruno's been the best 10 in the league this season, yeah? I don't think there's any dispute.
I'm never going to do Bruno prop.
No.
The best 10 in the league has been Ryan Cherky for me. You do Bruno prop.
For me, it's been Bruno. Bruno's created, I think it's 118 chances this season, which is insane. But he's, as you said earlier, Husam, he's a high-volume player. Who do you think the next two players in the league are?
I know one of them is Wirtz.
Wirtz, but chances probably for me doesn't matter. I'll be honest.
Wirtz and Szoboszlai, the next two.
Yeah, but for me, chances created.
But the thing is, what you got to look at, Carl, he doesn't play in Europe. He doesn't play in the other competitions. Just plays in the Premier League. So my point that's why he's higher volume. These guys are playing every week, different competitions.
But my point to what I'm saying, Fozzie, is it's not like we're not creating chances. But I bet you if you actually broke those chances down and actually looked how many of those are big chances created or good chances created or actually putting ourselves in situations where we're creating more chances, I bet they're crap.
Okay, watch this. Yeah, 1 second. You guess, Callum. All three of you on the panel. Okay, Tom, don't guess because I know you're a nerd. Fozzie and Callum, guess big chances created by Florian Wirtz this season in the Premier League. Just guess a number. Yes.
I'm gonna go 18.
20.
It's less than
5
that.
big chances created.
Yeah, it's like it's not that many.
Oh,
5 big chances. I went into big chances created. Number
Mm.
1, funnily enough, is Salah on 10 and Gakpo. I swear, wallahi, I'm looking at it right now. Szoboszlai is on 9, and then Wirtz is on 5.
do you know what's even more crazy? You know, some of those a big chance are probably from set pieces as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gakpo and Salah take set pieces now.
Yeah,
Like,
because they take the corners. Yeah.
Gakpo, Salah, and Szoboszlai all take corners, so theirs will be a bit inflated
5.
through that. But that
can't believe-
paints a bigger problem though, Husam, doesn't it? Because if we're sitting there, so you're not going to like this, but Driftwood, we got onto Nunes and we killed him for missing 33 big chances.
Hello,
No. This is not me. This
You
is
do
not.
this
Oh,
by
okay,
yourself.
here we go.
Do this by yourself. Nunes prop. Here we go. Revising
It's
history.
not. It's not Nunes. It's
27
not.
big chances missed and 11 goals.
If you
guy
let
had
me
his
fucking
opportunity to
finish,
finish.
I will explain my point,
There
dickhead.
you go.
So,
Yes.
the fact is, he was missing 33 big chances. Have we even created 33 big chances for our attackers this season?
No.
I apologize, Tom. I thought you were going
Okay,
down.
well,
a
now
different route.
we agree.
Have we
Right,
even
good
created that many big chances for our attack? So
No, we
Nunes-
haven't.
that-
No, we haven't, man.
Sincerely,
He missed
sincerely, I
33.
apologize. I apologize.
missed
You said
33,
Nunes
so-
and I got triggered.
Yeah, that's fine.
so he missed 33 and he scored like 8 or something. So he had about 40. Salah in a season would average about 30. Diaz in a season would average about 15 to 20. You can look up the numbers, Sam. How many big chances have our attackers had this season? How many they actually had? Not even just missed or scored. How many of our attackers had this season?
We can find out now, Tom. I mean, the stats are available. Let's go to big chances missed. Let me check.
I reckon Ekitike or Salah will have the most big chances.
Ekitike will have the most, I think.
Yeah.
It's
Here
either
we
Ekitike will have the
Salah.
most.
Watch this, yeah. Last 2 seasons ago, Darwin Nunes had 27 big chances missed. Ekitike has 11. Salah has 11. You will never guess who's in 3rd place.
It's
You'll
Van
never
Dijk,
guess.
isn't it?
Stop.
It's Van Dijk.
I know you're on the same page. 1 second. Callum and Fozzie, guess who's in 3rd place in big chances missed? Guess.
Gakpo?
Guess Fozzie.
Gakpo, yeah, Gakpo.
Virgil van Dijk.
What?
Virgil
Really?
van Dijk is on 7 big chances missed in 3rd place. Imagine.
Do you want to know
How
first?
sad that is.
That
How many did you hold on? How many did you say Darwin missed last season?
in
Darwin.
it was like
I
33.
can check it now.
N-
I'm talking
Nunes
about
was
23,
33 and
24, that's
22,
when he had
24.
27. Darwin didn't play as much last season, so he had.
He
8.
didn't.
I'm
The
talking
first
about
half
year
he
where
played.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah, the year where he started, like Klopp's last season, he had 27 big chances missed.
And that's just in the Prem.
Yes, just in the Prem.
Ooh.
Van Dijk is on 7 big chances. You know what those 7 big chances are? Headers from corners.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all he gets up for.
How mad that is, bro.
But you know what? Here's the thing, Sam. I don't have an issue with Van Dijk having the stats he's got from corners. I have an issue with the fact that the rest of the team can't create more chances. Because Gabriel from Arsenal probably has a similar stat to Virgil van Dijk, and people glaze the fact that how dangerous he is from corners. The fact is, we don't have anything else outside of that. It's embarrassing. Embarrassing.
It's actually mental that a centre back is 3rd on the list of big chances missed. That is just so insane.
That just typifies the season, isn't it? Really?
The
How bad
only
it is.
yeah.
saving grace we have is
Yeah.
the
So let me just make sure I'm not missing anyone here. He wasn't on the attack. Right. So in this season for Arne Slot, Liverpool's front line in the Premier League has had 32 big chances missed.
The whole
32 big
front
chances
line?
missed. The whole front line has had 32 big chances missed. Liverpool in 23-24 had double that, 64 big chances missed for the front line.
Fuck
They had
it.
64. So
64.
regardless of what you want to say about finishing quality, because that's a fair debate, should you really be missing 64 big chances in your attacking line? Why was the creativity so much higher that year? Why was it there?
Call me crazy. Call me crazy.
Different system, isn't it?
I actually think buying a Schlotterbeck might be more important than buying an Adam Wharton for our build-up play.
No.
Schlotterbeck is a defender, right?
Because our
I'm
biggest
sure.
problem is midfield. That's why.
No, because I think by Schlotterbeck, you can actually get the ball into midfield quicker but you can also bypass the midfield with his passing as well. I just think Schlotterbeck
I
would be
think-
as
I think-
important.
no, because we have that already, Cal, and Van Dijk does that now. Schlotterbeck gives you at left centre back. It's a natural left footer doing it, but it's to the same degree of what Van Dijk does. The problem isn't the centre backs can't progress the ball because it's easy to then mark him out the game.
Him being a natural left footer. All right, so there was a couple times yesterday where we were in Man United's half and Virgil would get the ball and his first touch on his left foot would be to play it back inside so he could pass it back on his right foot. Schlotterbeck just lets that run across his body and he can fizz out to the wing. Again, nothing on Virgil. Virgil's a brilliant passer. But having two players in the back line, a la Virgil and Schlotterbeck who can do that, gives us a whole nother dimension. Because from left centre back, Virgil has the option obviously of going right or left, but he's more likely to play the ball out to the right. By having Schlotterbeck there, he goes right, Virgil goes left, and it means who as the forwards, it gives you a dilemma because you can't then commit to pressing just one centre.
I was gonna say this, by the way. So why don't we just get a passer right back or left back then as well?
No, that's what I'm saying. Schlotterbeck at left back, I'm good with as well.
It defeats the purpose of who you bought full back previously. Yeah. My thing is,
Tom, can you hold your thought, please, because I want to talk about the summer next anyway. So just hold your thought. Let me just grab these supers, and I'm going to move on to talk about the summer as well. So big up to all of you guys locked in. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Appreciate you all. Guys, your return in the chat is worse than Arne Slot's return. How do we have 1,000 people watching and we're not even at 200 likes yet?
Oh, no. Look, Husam, look what you started with that super. Look at
can we get the likes up? Obviously, let's try to get to 300, 400, 500 likes. Please close the live chat, hit the like button. Don't forget to check out our sponsor. There's a 15% discount. It's gonna run for only the next 3 days for the World Cup. So go over there. There's kits for every nation. I'm gonna show you a couple of other kits as well. So big up to all of you guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe. Is this the one that you reacted to? Cal hates the Jordan kit for other reasons.
And some in isolation, how crazy that sounds, bro.
Callum sent me this video pre-stream.
The president has just announced that we have caught and compromised to a permanent end Osama bin Laden.
Big up,
crazy.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thanks. Big up to Mubsy TV who says, "Are you still a sore loser, Husam? Hold that." People say stuff like actually, let me not even say anything. But I'm not a sore loser. Yesterday I said Man United deserved to win, but I think we were robbed. Yes, I think Bruno should have been sent off, and the second goal shouldn't have counted. However, we were crap, and we didn't deserve to win the game. Why can't we do both? Who made it a rule that you can't be shit and robbed at the same time? Who made it a rule? I think you can be crap and be robbed by the referee as well. We bought players with haram money. That's what he goes. Haram money doesn't have barakah, brother. It's not blessed, bro.
Man.
Genuine question. If you are a sore loser, what's wrong with that?
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
I think there's a difference between being a sore loser and a bad loser, by the way. I think a bad loser is you have no grace and you just...
When you deserve to lose, you're still complaining.
Yeah, I'm a sore loser, but I can still sit here and tell you that Man United were the better team and deserved the win.
Yeah.
Oh, they deserved it.
I am a sore loser. I hate losing.
But I still think the second goal shouldn't have counted. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm so sad. Big up everyone. Like and subscribe. Yes, big up to you, Aki. And make sure you guys are listening to him and liking and subscribing. Let's find the shame that we have, chat. Let's get the likes up, please. You ain't even hiding it, Husam. Now Van Dijk agenda. I don't have a Van Dijk agenda. I just think he should have defended better for the second goal. That's not an agenda. He let Sesko get behind him way too easily.
I'm gonna be real. I do think you have a Van Dijk agenda, but you haven't said anything about him today.
Oh, he didn't. Yeah, it's true.
For the second goal, that's it. But I don't have a Van Dijk agenda. Don't make stuff up. Okay? Fraud. Did y'all see Slot flexing 6 Champions Leagues to United fans? No, I didn't see that. Some pictures, by the way. OS, my brother, and everyone watching. Guys, a lot of pictures are AI generated, so be careful nowadays looking at stuff online. Arne Slot is not the manager that's gonna do this to the fans. Like I'm just saying,
He's never done anything in the Champions League. What's the point?
Photoshop and stuff is crazy now. I'm sorry, even the commentator pointed it out. Verts, you don't have to be scintillating. Just do something. Get stuck a little. Bro doesn't even try. Here's my thing. I think this is like, I think this for me, Akia, because you watch a lot of content, is probably affected by rival fans, and it's okay. And I said this yesterday, like, I'm like, listen, guys, let's not do this whole tennis, like, oh, he should impact the game. It's the same stuff. Like, we had the same, like, conversation when we were doing the whole by his standard when we were talking about, like, you know, other players in the team. So for me, football's a team sport. Verts yesterday got the ball and he had no one to pass to, brother. No one to pass to.
But this narrative that he doesn't try hard or anything, he
bullshit,
runs more than most, and he actually wins quite a lot of the ball over the course of the season.
He runs around a lot as well.
He does, man. He does.
We were getting bored at 2-0, so we had to reset the game and beat you again. See you next season. Listen, you basically get, for me, the first goal, I wouldn't say it's a gift because Szoboszlai still had a lot to do, but the second goal was definitely a gift. And after that, for me, Arne Slot's genius substitution to take off a left back and put on a left back was the moment where I realized we literally have someone with low IQ in charge of Liverpool Football Club.
We're done.
You know, someone yesterday when I watch along was like, so what are they even telling him, like his assistants and stuff?
Nothing.
What are they telling him?
Nothing.
Who on the panel expects Van Dijk to start next season at the age of 35 after the World Cup, where the players will have 3-4 weeks less rest than usual?
Stop. Hold on. How many times have I said I want to sign Slot a bit?
It's just the super.
And I can tell you exactly what the.
I didn't mean to full screen you there. I was trying to.
I tell you exactly what the assistant managers do when they go over to Slot with the tablet or the phone. This is what they do. Yeah, prices to Amsterdam at the moment are down. Shall I book the ticket? Okay, all right.
He was only 15 minutes away from Manchester Airport yesterday. Old Trafford's not too far away.
Well, apparently, he lives in Manchester, isn't it?
But he was closer, and there's a train that goes from Old Trafford to the airport as well. So he's probably in and out quite quick. It's fantastic. I can't believe we're talking like this after 12 months ago.
Literally 12 months ago.
The same.
Can you believe that? Honestly, man.
The same stream 12 months ago.
12 months
we're
ago, yeah.
Premier League champions. We're gonna sign Verts and Isak in the summer. If you look at United's play, they play 3-5 forward passes and create a chance to score. We walk on the ball with zero movement, but expect the likes of Verts to create something while everyone holds hands. I agree with this, Josh. The problem is Verts gets the ball. Okay, so people in the chat are saying, "Oh, cute Verts," and you know he's got. Okay, you tell me what you want him to do. So Verts has the ball.
There's no running. There's no runners anywhere.
What's he any runs in behind? Yeah. So who's he supposed to pass to? He does the only thing that is like possible of him to do, which is pass left and pass right. I've criticized Verts this season where he was in positions to affect the game and he didn't. But if we don't have him in the positions to affect the game, I ain't gonna really criticize the guy, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. So, yeah, big up to you, Josh Media TV. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the super chat. If Slot is manager next season, I think Verts will struggle again. Slot's a moron. Verts will be 24 after next season. Can't waste any more time on him. Mr. Perfecto is a City fan even, and he's saying this. He could easily just hate on Verts because, like, obviously he rejected their club and stuff, but he's speaking the truth. For me, keeping Arne Slot, I'll be honest with you, it's just a recipe for disaster. It's literally just a recipe for disaster. We're just going to waste everyone's time. I said we're going to Rodgers it up, so I think we're going to waste everyone's time, and then come October time, we're going to sack him anyway. Even legend Stevie Nicol wants him out. It's the journals who are defending this clown. Did you guys listen to his post-match comment? It's dark next season. You know, the Tuesday show that I did 2 weeks ago, Uncle Albert called it the best ever show I made. I showed you 3 journalists pre and
it was
post
the best, man.
Exactly what they said, and it was verbatim the same exact words. It is categorically impossible for myself, Fozzie, and Callum to watch something and write the same exact words. It's literally impossible. Watch the stream. We literally disagree on who was at fault for goals. Like, it's impossible, yeah? But those 3 wrote the same exact stuff. One guy used mitigating factors. The other guy used unprecedented circumstance. Tomato. The Liverpool journalists are compromised, Nasser. I'll be honest with you. They're just simply compromised.
All right, man. They work for the football club, man. I was there in Philadelphia and I saw them all anyway, so they know who they are.
Right.
The same people you're talking about. So,
Unironically, talking about buying players when we have slot, I'm not going to read that. Managing them, by the way. Guy can't win unless someone is breaking records on the team.
Don't say that A word. It might actually get you demonetized.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm in a position now where I feel like if Iraola was our manager last season, we would have won the league. Because like,
I mean, I said earlier on in the season, I think Iraola would do a better job, but I got called a few.
I don't know about winning the league, but
I take Iraola, so it definitely was.
No. Come on, man. We ain't make a wish over here anymore, man. Come on.
Iraola lost both his centre backs and Semenyo in January, and he's not even in.
You need a winning mentality, Husam. You need someone.
And he's undefeated at home. Like,
it doesn't matter, man.
He's a good
imagine
coach.
Imagine he had better players and better resources, though. Fozzie.
Doesn't matter, bro. He's that quality. The quality he's at is where he's at. They said the same thing about Thomas Frank. Look what happened to him. You know what I mean? They said the same thing with Graham Potter at Brighton. He went to Chelsea. Look what happened to him. You know what I mean? You can't make a wish foundation,
Spurs,
man.
Bro.
You got to get. Listen, you know, in big clubs, there you got to have that psychological factor as a manager that that could make better players, world class players, and understand where the manager is coming from. These guys sometimes, the players they're too big. Those players are too big for them. That's why they struggle. That's why Arne is struggling with the players that he has now, because the players are too big for him. If you know what I mean. That's why Salah is leaving. That's why Robert is leaving, because he can't handle players like that. And this is what we don't want. We want a big personality. This is what I said. Like, if you look at 30 years before, why did we it took us 30 years to be where we are? Because of these weak ass managers that we got in. As soon as we got a big personality as a manager, look at the changes of Liverpool Football Club. That's what you need.
To be fair, we had big personalities before.
Yeah, we had Rafa and Gerard Houllier.
Rafa was
but Rafa lost his way eventually, innit? The facts
because he had Hicks and Gillette, bro. He was
but you can't say Roy Evans and Roy Hodgson and Brendan Rodgers and Kenny, who was away for about 10 to 12 years away from football, the personality we needed at the time. You know what I mean? So you look at
different than now as well.
But you look at Jurgen, man. The guy understood the city. The guy understood Liverpool Football Club. At the beginning, it was a bit difficult for him because we were celebrating draws against West Brom and people asking questions, what the hell is that all about? So what he did was he went back, to Shankly, and then he worked his way up to himself, and then he realized what Liverpool is all about. You get the fans together, you get everybody together, then you could go and beat anyone that you want eventually. That's what Jurgen did, and that's what you need at this football club. A big personality that can deal with big players, and that's what we have. We don't have. I don't want Areola coming in and the players are too big for him. Nah, man, come on.
You're not going to get another block.
Fozzie, when you watch Bournemouth play, can you see a style of play?
I like the way he plays. I've got no issue with the way he plays. There is a style of play. I like the way they attack. I like the way they defend.
There's one thing about Wirtz. With Iraola, I think Wirtz could get like 25.
Yeah, but there's one thing coaching Liverpool and there's another thing coaching,
I agree.
The pressure is different, man. It will get to him eventually.
Spot on. Man management, he might struggle. He is correct, 100%. I'm just talking tactically. Tactically, I like what he does. That's it.
I like me too. I've got no issue with the tactics. When you're competing with all those competitions, Husam, it's difficult, bro. It's very difficult,
I agree with you. No one can deny that. To be fair, the average height in the Netherlands, Germany is 6'2". Slot's probably confused. That's why young Wirtz hasn't yet grown into another Cody Gakpo. Someone sent me a meme, Rio Van Gomoa. That's the only way he starts next year. Yesterday's another. I'm gonna hate on the Netherlands in the World Cup. Yesterday's another reason why Slot will get sacked in the summer. If he got a win or a draw, they would lean to keeping him, but in fact, more likely he goes. I'll be honest with you, Muhammad, and some people might not like this. I don't think any game has a result, as a result, will affect this guy. Like, he's staying at Liverpool Football Club.
Oh yeah, I said that a long time ago.
We could lose the next 3 games or win the next 3 games, and
they got the excuses already ready for next season. Yeah, so
the mitigating factors and unprecedented circumstances won't change with the next 3 results. We should have known Slot was a fraud after he wore a work shirt under the Liverpool jersey after Spurs. Yuck. Hey, fairs, Caldino. Fairs. There's nothing even I can do to respond, bro. Like, fairs, bro. Fairs. Big up to Mr. Cam J, who says, I don't know what's worse this season. Arne Slot being in charge or witnessing Tom playing Elden Ring. Both are dark times I never expected.
I haven't
By far,
I never done it 19 times in a season, and it was never my fault. So
Lord of mercy, man.
Yes, that's a great
God,
response.
yeah.
And to be honest with you, I agree with Tom. I think Slot has objectively been worse. Anyway, big up to all of you guys locked in. Make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. We are at 250 likes, but let's get it up as well. Let's try to get to 300, please. I want to talk about Wharton, you know, Barcola, this summer transfer window. So please hit the like button and subscribe. And don't forget that the MHF code now is MHF15 because there's 15% discount code. Go get yourself a World Cup jersey. Here, I wore a Jordan shirt just because I don't want to trigger my guest. I wore a Jordan. Actually, yeah, it might trigger him, but you know, I wore a Jordan shirt for Callum. Thomas, talk to me about the summer transfer window and your thoughts on the Wharton thing as well, because it's gonna happen.
Wharton fixes. So Liverpool, for me, have three big problems. One is Dutch and in the dugout, but that one can't be solved in the transfer window, unfortunately. So I'll look at the ones that are on the pitch. We lack pace and tempo in our play. We struggle to progress the ball quick enough, and there's a lack of grit in the team. So in tough moments, we get run through pretty easily, and can't really put a stop to it, and end up being on the receiving end of large periods of pressure. Adam Wharton is probably the best solution on the market to your progression problem. He is one of the best passers about. Adam Wharton's got better range than Stiller, I'd say. Stiller's better if he wants to do the shorter tempo. So if he wanted to keep like ping, he's better for that. Wharton, he's got more of a long pass on him. And I think that if you're bringing in a certain type of winger, you need to have someone in your team that can play the long balls over the top and behind. Stiller, and also, as much as people will say Wharton is a bit of a liability defensively, which I don't think is necessarily true, but we'll engage with that. Angelo Stiller is smaller, slower, and weaker than him. So if you think Wharton's a liability, you'd need someone even better to hold Stiller's hand. Stiller's great. I like Stiller. Stiller probably isn't what we need at the minute. Wharton is the best solution for what we need in terms of the progressive passing nature. We have not been able to replace the cheat code that was Trent at right back. Wharton, whilst playing DM, gives you a way of doing that in terms of recreating that passing side of the game. In terms of the middle of the park, the grit, you need to go and pick up a guy like a Lamine Kamara. You need to go pick up a guy like a Mateus Fernandes. You need to go pick up a guy who can go in that middle of the park and put himself about a bit and rattle some feathers. And if we're against a good team who are trying to impose themselves on us, you've got a guy in the middle who can be a bit of a shithouse and give it back and get the crowd going, because there's too many times this year where we have too many soft arses in the middle of the park who don't want the battle, and that hurts us too much. You need wingers. You watched yesterday. You need wingers. You need people like you need better versions at this point of what Engamoa is. That's the winger we need to play with right now. You need better versions of what Rio is. It's quite clear that they want Barcola and Diamande as their first choices. Whether they'll get both of them is a different kettle of fish. If you've got both of them, I think you've nailed your front line for 5 years, and you don't really need to do much adjustment to it. Bar picking up a couple of little backup pieces. Maybe you go get a Fasawu for 10 million quid or something if you want cover on the right, whatever. But there's ways and means. If I'm looking next year at a front line of Isak, Verts, Diamande, Barcola, I'm very happy with that in terms of the fit with each other. It gives Verts 3 runners in behind, because when Isak is fit and playing properly, he does like to run off the shoulder of the defender and running behind. Then you've got 2 wingers who can receive the balls if people are also willing to run to the space, which is exactly what you need to unlock Verts. I think that for me, though, the big question mark I'm going to have is around fullbacks in terms of how we're going to play them. So if we're getting guys like Diamande and Barcola, which I'm all for, how they're going to be utilised is going to tell me a lot about the fullbacks you want to use next year. Now, I am the biggest Curtis Jones defender on this channel, one of the biggest on this platform. I think if Curtis Jones wants the level of first-team football he is after, it's not going to come for Liverpool in the middle of the park. So I think Curtis Jones, because he wants to be starting week in, week out, which I think is fair enough, and there's teams around Europe or in the Premier League that have good ambitions that would start him week in, week out. I think he needs to make a decision about whether he wants to be a starter week in, week out at Liverpool, playing as a fullback, because I think that's ultimately where he's got the only chance of being a week in, week out starter. It would be as a right back, and that's highly dependent on the winger that you have in front of him. Because if you've got a winger who wants to hold the touchline and hold the width, you kind of need your fullback then to be comfortable at, baiting the press, withstanding the press, and keeping the game ticking from a deeper area. I just think if you get Wharton in, if you get, Szoboszlai in that pivot, there's just not necessarily the room for Curtis Jones to play the amount of minutes that he wants. We need to address the midfield badly. We need to address the midfield for a number of years, especially DM for a number of years now. You need to get the correct wingers in, because I can't do another year of Gakpo on the wing, because it's just not going to make sense. And we all kind of know that Liverpool Football Club doesn't address everything at once. They don't address everything at once. They will leave something on that they will miss a trick. They'll leave something on the board. And I think if they're going to leave anything on the board this summer, it's going to be fullbacks. I am deeply concerned that the only addition at fullback this summer will be Kostas Tsimikas returning from loan.
Yeah, Salah said that, innit? His last interview.
I'm deeply worried that that's the only thing they're going to do at fullback, because they're going to spend all the money on the wingers and the midfield, and they're going to go, well, Tsimikas, we know what he can give you. Kerkez is going to come into his own. Frimpong is going to get another year under his belt. He'll be better. We've got Curtis who can play it right back if he stays. We've got Bradley who'll be back soon. So all that considered, I think they're going to cut corners. I don't think they were ever going to buy another centre-back this summer, to be honest. Once they got Xhaka and Canate pretty much confirmed he'll be staying, I don't think that a centre-back was ever really high up on the list at that point. So I'm not expecting that. Goalkeeper, we might be forced in because Alisson's going.
You think he's going, yeah?
I think he's going to go, yeah.
Ooh.
But if you're looking right now, we need to go and get direct wingers who are good in 1v1 situations.
Yeah, I agree, mate.
You need an elite ball progressor in the middle of the park who can control the tempo and get the ball to the front line quick enough to where they're not where they're not against the low blocks by the time they get the ball. And you need a guy in the midfield who maybe won't start every single game, but he's a guy who you can put in there. You know what you need? You need a better version of Wataru, who you can put in the midfield in certain games and go, you need to put yourself about a bit, win that ball back.
Yeah.
And rather than try and impose ourselves on the opposition technically with controlled possession, trying to dominate edge of the pitch.
Who's come round finally.
You need to go and get some. When have I said we didn't need someone a bit physical?
Because when I had an argument with you 2 months ago, I never forget the arguments that I have with people. The argument that I had with you 2 months ago, we can't go all out technique. Yeah, but technique, the passing and the keeping the ball. Never forget. Now he wants another end.
You can't go all out technique. Did you notice how I said they're not going to start every game?
Okay, I have a question for you, and Fozzie and Callum as well. I'm giving you all three of you a choice. You either get a destroyer or a great passer in midfield. What are you?
A great passer.
Destroyer.
A great passer. Every day.
Because the opposition needs some bullying, in my opinion. I mean, the opposition is too comfortable. I guess that's what we play against them. So if you get a destroyer, not only is he going to protect the defense, he will obviously give the ball to the better players to go on counter attack quicker as well. And that's what you need.
So how do we get the? So my problem there, Fozzie, is. Let's say
Callum hasn't answered, by the way, because he's trying to do the cop out. I think we need both. I know we need both. That's not the question.
We do need both. Yeah, we do need both. Me and Tom agreed last time.
We all agree we need both. You don't get to cop out.
Yeah,
you choose.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, Sam. That's why I stayed silent, because I was gonna cop out, bro.
Yeah, I know. No cop out allowed. Gun to your head. Everyone in the chat, same question. Gun to your head. 10 out of 10 destroyer or 10 out of 10 passer?
Just before I go, I'll say why I think a pass is more important there. If you get a destroyer in that midfield, you might win the ball back more. So you know the situations yesterday where United were on 4-on-4 counter-attacks and they kept being under no pressure in the middle and pushing it out wide to Mboimo or whoever, and they kept swinging and crossing and it was like fucking D-Day.
Yeah.
The destroyer probably nips the ball in the bud in the middle a couple of times and stops them.
And hurts them at the same time.
Yeah, I get to
it's the intimidation factor, isn't it? That's what we need.
But then what happens once he's got because there's not. If you're telling me you're getting Fabinho in there, I've not got the problem because Fabinho was a great passer.
That's what
you're
you need.
telling me we're
like
getting
that,
a destroyer in there. All he's going to do is win the ball back, and we're going to have the same progression problem.
Something similar to Fabinho, yeah.
Where
but
that doesn't exist. There is no similar to Fabinho on the market. The way football has gone, there is no natural sixes anymore. You have pivot guys who can do one thing or the other.
We don't know, man. There's always something there, man. They always find someone.
I just think if you go out for destroyer as your main target this summer, you will end up having the same problems we've got this year, where Verts will end up dropping too deep, or the wingers will end up dropping too deep because we don't have the guys deep enough on the pitch to get the ball up to them.
We'll have the same problem because we've got the same coach. I mean, under a different coach, we don't know. That's the difference, bro.
I think maybe, but I think that's just an inherent squad building problem that we got away with last year because we had the cheat code for it.
Yeah, because the system didn't change much, did it? Really, it just continued the Jurgen system.
If I was to ask you right now in the squad, who do you think are the best progressive passers in this team on a consistent basis?
You're not gonna like the answer, buddy.
It's McAllister, isn't it?
It's not McAllister. McAllister's not on that list. It's Curtis Jones, it's Virgil van Dijk, and it's Dominic Szoboszlai.
Well, you asked for progressive passer, though.
Yes, Curtis Jones is the best progressive passer in the league. Dominic Szoboszlai is the fourth best progressive passer in the league statistically.
Are you talking about by eye test or stats? You're talking about?
I don't care about. I'm not talking about stats. I'm talking about.
We're not. Sorry, are we saying Alexis McAllister eye test? Because that's not been fucking anywhere near good.
Forget about this season. No more McAllister.
He does pass the ball.
McAllister's progressive passing level is poor.
By the way, even though Callum calls out McAllister, he's never denied his progressive passing ever.
No, but I don't think it's as high as what you and Fozzie do, for example. I think he's a.
I'm not talking about this season. You know what I mean? This season's been horrendous, but normal circumstances.
Me and Sam had this debate a couple months ago. If I was to rate McAllister's passing out of 10, I'd probably go like 7.5.
I just don't look at our team and see a better progressive passer. That's it.
Well, Jones and Szoboszlai are.
They are.
I wouldn't say Szoboszlai is Jones. I understand, but Jones for me is more like ball retention than progressive passing.
Side to side kind of thing.
Yeah, side to side, like keep the ball.
Curtis Jones plays the highest degree of forward passes in the Premier League, by the way.
To answer your question, about destroyer or passer, again, the easy answer is a hybrid. Someone like a Schumanni, who I think can do both very, very well. Out of the two, though, I'm actually going for a destroyer. And Tom, I hear what you're saying about progressive passing and the need for someone to get their foot on the ball and control the tempo. I get that. But because I've got other players in the team who can pass the ball well enough, I'd go with a destroyer. I don't think we have anyone in the team who can destroy well enough for us to have a brilliant passer. Mm-hmm. But the answer is, Husam, we need both.
Yeah.
But I'll be real with you. I'd rather get two players who are 9 out of 10 destroying and 7 out of 10 passing than two players who are 9 out of 10 passing and 6 out of 10 destroyers.
Did you guys see what Van Dijk said, by the way? This is very dangerous.
Run me Schumanni and João Gomez or Schumanni and Manu Kone in the summer, and I'm happy.
There's like a dangerous quote from Van Dijk. There will be a lot of work that has to be done going into next season. When I'm back from the World Cup, I will go into it. But there's a lot of work to be done behind the scenes.
Ooh, yippee!
Guys, the players don't believe in Baldy. I told you guys, man.
Big ups, I've got to go, lads. Over big ups.
Yeah, big up, Tom.
Big up, Tom. Enjoy your date, brother.
Oh, date? Oh, damn.
Golden ring, baby.
1 second. There you go.
Say that again, Husam, sorry?
Nothing. Just because I had to remove you from here.
That's all right, bro.
We're never going to put Callum top row.
Why, man? Leave Callum alone, man.
That is...
He hates Arabs.
Do you, Callum? You know, I'm an Arab myself, Callum. Yeah? I was born in Saudi, you know.
I'm not racist towards Arabs. What we doing here?
Fuzzy legitimately asks. Fuzzy was actually concerned.
I was born,
He's
yeah,
like, "Pal, we're friends, and now you be."
I'm not happy, bro.
Fuzzy was literally like, "Bro, how is
Fuzzy was concerned a little bit.
I know I'm a Somali guy, but I was born in Jeddah, man. I was born in England.
Some Somalis I've met do identify as Arab, by the way. Even in the
yeah,
UAE,
they do.
like they speak Arabic fluently and stuff.
I
And
used
there
to. I
are
used to.
similar words as well, like qabil, qabila, stuff like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
Callum, summer.
Yeah. All right,
Okay,
so
first of
for
all,
me-
just out of curiosity, you both think Slot will stay, right?
Oh hell yeah, man! I told you this months ago. A month ago, is it? Something like that.
All right.
Yeah. I stick
So
by it, bro.
I do, but I don't know if Richard Hughes stays, and if Richard Hughes goes, then I think Slot goes.
Okay.
I don't
Fair.
know about
So,
that.
but this is what I'm saying. I know you say that Wharton's a guarantee signing. If Richard Hughes doesn't stay, I don't know if he is a guarantee.
No, I actually, we're gonna sign Adam Wharton, Callum. Like, I've told people this from October, and you know when people are, oh, this guy doesn't know anything. How's he making stuff up? I told you like it from 8 months ago. All the groundwork has been done for Wharton. If we don't sign him, then some massive mess up has happened along the
Not
way.
necessarily a mess up though. The new director of football might come in with a new manager, and the manager and the director of football could go, look, Wharton's good,
No,
but
yeah.
we need. So this, that's what I'm saying.
Because Wharton is suited to Salah, isn't it? Really, if you think about it, he likes that type
Yeah,
of
Here's the
passing
thing, though, when you
midfielder.
think about it as well, the other thing is for me, let's assume who do you get as manager? Like Nagelsmann?
Chat Alonso. Or
Alonso,
Enrique.
isn't it? Well,
Alonso or Enrique.
or if Klopp comes back, yeah.
Wharton, can't Wharton play the Shaka role?
No,
Nah.
because Wharton.
Think
to
about
play the
it. It's
Xhaka
not
role-
crazy.
No, but to play the Xhaka role, you need Palacios, right?
That's not the question, Callum. Don't change the question, Habibi.
No, but it's-
I know that we need a DM next to him. I'm saying, like, can he play that role? He can.
He probably could, but again, I don't inherently think that Xabi Alonso is going to come in and play a 3 at the back system. I think there might be
It's
games
not
where
suited to the
he
Premier League,
he
man.
does
You know what I
use
mean? Yeah.
I think there'll be games where he does use it and uses it effectively, but I don't think that'll be his only formation or his main formation. I think he'll use it sometimes. Pochettino and Pep have done it in the past. Pep
Yeah.
not so much.
Even
recently,
Klopp done it.
but
Even Klopp
Pochettino
done
did
it.
a lot.
Yeah.
When they signed Davinson Sanchez, it was Davinson Sanchez, Alderweireld, and Vertonghen. They played back 3 sometimes with Danny Rose and Walker as the wing back. So it can be done. Back 5 can work it, or back 3 can work in the Prem. What would I do in the summer though, Husam? Schlotterbeck, Spence,
Spence?
Tchouaméni, one of Kone or Gomez, and then 2 wingers.
Why are you so adamant with Tchouaméni? Is he available or what's
The
with
rumors
Tchouaméni?
are that Real Madrid will look to cash in on him this summer.
Yeah, the rumor is he's available. By the way, if Tchouaméni is available and we don't like move anything to try to get him, we're dumbasses.
He should be the
Yeah.
first name on the list we go.
Spot on, Cal.
Because here's the thing: you asked me the question about destroyer or passer. Husam Tchouaméni does both.
Get you
Yeah.
somebody who can do
Fabinho can,
both
yeah.
right there.
Like Tchouaméni, if I'll be honest, if Tchouaméni goes anywhere else, then we've really dropped the ball.
You see,
If
that's what
Tchouaméni goes to Man United, I'll actually be very rattled.
Oh,
like
man,
I'll
please.
legitimately.
Oh
be rattled.
yeah. If he goes Man United, it's a game changer for them.
You know, like if Pep calls him and he brings him to City or like something like that, I get it. But let's be honest, yeah. 2 weeks ago, an article was put out.
You know what? You just made a
Van
point.
de Ven will categorically choose Liverpool over Man United. I'll be honest with you, Tchouaméni way more likely to choose Liverpool over United.
Depends.
Would
on
you
the
guys
ground.
get Van der Ven? Would you both get Van der Ven?
If I'm playing him left,
Here's
back,
the thing: if
maybe.
Spurs get relegated and he's
Uh-huh.
available on a cheap, why not?
Okay. You're not worried about his injuries or anything like that? Like
I
is it
am,
injury?
No, but then you would consider we've got Jake, Leone, Van Dijk,
Mhm.
Konate, and Van de Ven. So he
I
would be
don't
an
see
option.
Van der Ven as a long-term successor to Virgil, though.
No,
Yeah, he's
that's-
just an option for me.
He could play left back and he could play centre back in it. So
Yeah, that's another thing as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get Van der Ven. But as for like Tchouaméni, I think Tom was talking about like someone that's close to Fabinho. That's Tchouaméni, then, isn't it? Because he said
I'll
there's
be
no
honest,
one out there that's close.
I think we sign 4 players in the summer at most, unless certain players leave. But I think we're going into the summer as a team probably only looking to sign 4.
I do
Well,
anything
I-
to get. I do anything to get Fabinho. Like, like you know, if they tell me go back to the Klopp team in
Back in
18-19 and
time.
get someone for this team, I'm saying Fabinho directly, like without a single thought, bro. Like that guy, you know, people don't deep. Fabinho was elite at tackling, elite at stopping counterattacks, elite at the destroyer position, elite at reading what's expected to do in that position, and a very good passer. I'm not gonna exaggerate.
Husam, you're forgetting like certain points in the games when Fabinho was around, like we couldn't open up teams, and he makes that pass over the top. He always used to cut.
Not just that, aerial duels as well. When long from the goalkeeper. Fabinho deals with that before he even gets the version, magical version Canard. He deals with that.
Stops the attacks.
He would answer so many issues in our team.
Think about it. He was meant to be his replacement, Cal. He was meant to be his replacement. Huh?
And Szoboszlai can shoot from long range.
Yeah, he does.
Szoboszlai and Szoboszlai in the pivot. Yeah.
You see the thinking of Klopp. He was meant to be his replacement. You remember? We was after Chubini before Real Madrid stepped in. So that's how we was. We was thinking way ahead of everybody else. Now we don't. We just buy anything now, man.
No, we don't think to begin
with.
We
don't even think.
Thinking ahead of the curve to don't thinking anymore.
Fucking joke.
If we can't get Szoboszlai, then João Gomez, Manu Kone, someone of that ilk who can actually.
You need presence, Cal. You need someone dominant in that midfield, bro. Like we're too weak. There's no aggression, man. That's what you need, man.
Now, if we move on from the midfielders to the wingers, obviously you guys have heard the links to Barcola and Diomande. How do you feel about
Barcola is apparently quite close signing a new deal with PSG. Rumors.
Oh, for crying out loud!
Wait, the news that we heard yesterday was the total opposite.
There's rumors going around that he's getting close to signing a new deal. That's what I've read and seen. Again, rumors are rumors in it, so you take it with a pinch of salt. But I genuinely believe Barcola's choice is to stay at PSG.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, not playing. Well, he's got other wingers.
My thing is with Barcola. Go ahead, guys.
I genuinely believe if they go and get a Diomande, if PSG get a Diomande, I think Kvaratskhelia is the winger that leaves. Not because they want to get rid of him. I just think he'd want a new challenge.
And that's a guy who's suited to Liverpool.
I think Barcola would only leave if he's told, we're not going to give you the contract you want, or you're definitely not going to be playing that many minutes. But Barcola's played a decent amount of minutes this season.
Yeah, man. Oh, if Kvaratskhelia leaves, he's the one who's suited to Liverpool anyway, man. So why don't we go for him? He's more Liverpool like player than Barcola, to be fair. I'll take Kvaratskhelia, man. And Diomande, listen, guys, like he gives me money.
I'll take Kvaratskhelia. If we sign Kvaratskhelia, I'll do the Callum Robe thing. Are you mad? I'll take him. Take him, Fozzy. Take him. If we sign Kvaratskhelia, we're dropping a party on YouTube. Everyone's invited. Bro, are you crazy? I'll do the biggest party in the entirety of YouTube, bro.
I don't think Barcola wants to leave PSG. I think
thank you for saying that, Cam, because just remember what I want to say. Diomande is the easiest convincing of a player to do. He's begging for us to sign him.
19
Barcola
years
is
old.
different. PSG are willing to sell, but the ball is in Barcola's court. Do you want to leave or do you want to stay? Simple as. So that's the problem with Barcola.
If we buy Diomande, would he be your starting right winger, Husam?
Yeah, of course.
Why not, Cal?
I'll be honest, that doesn't move me like that. I think he's a good player, but I also think he's playing in a league whereby attackers are really allowed to thrive. And when I watch him play, his gameplay, it makes me think he's not going to get that sort of time and space and respect in the Premier League. Like, defenders are in your face in the Premier League and going, I don't care who you are, what your reputation is. If you're going to get past me, you're going to have to earn it. Bundesliga defenders, they stand off a lot and all this.
Well, how about if the front line, it's like him,
Isak, Callum, provide solutions then. If not Diomande, who would you take right wing? Who? Don't say Olise, because that's the dream move.
No, I'm not saying that either. Honestly, I don't know, Sam. That's my issue. The market isn't the greatest. I know people will laugh at this. I do actually think Bone would get a tune out of. We get a tune out. Under Slot, we wouldn't. If we had a manager who was actually good at setting up attacking patterns, I think we'd get a lot out of Bowen.
Yeah, but
I don't think Diomande is that bad on the right. I don't think
he's that great.
We've had like if the pressure is like, you know what it is, Cal, like what you got to look at sometimes in football is what the other players at front offer. You know what I mean? If they take the pressure off the wing, other sides, that's what we need. If we got, a striker that's, going to take the pressure off the wingers, like people concentrate on him and the other winger takes the pressure, off the other winger. That's what we need. If we scatter obviously we have quality forward line, I think the likes of Diamande will perform on the right in some sort of way.
And the other thing I want to say as well, and I'm going to ask you about, okay, let's do this with Barcola as well, okay? Let's assume Barcola says, I want to leave PSG and we sign him because he doesn't start enough games or whatever. Barcola comes in, let's be objective about this. Who's a better winger than Barcola in the whole league? Saka, Semenyo. No, even generally.
I don't even know Saka.
Oh, and generally, sorry.
It's probably just Saka and Semenyo, so he'd be the third best winger in the league directly.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Diamande reminds me a bit of Semenyo, but just not as refined or as mature.
Okay,
he's 19. He's 19, isn't he?
Diamande comes in. Who's better than Diamande in the league? Think about this objectively.
Again, I see things slightly different. So even though I know he's not as fan, I think Bowen's massively underrated.
Yeah, but the thing is with Bowen, Carl, there's one thing playing for West Ham and there's another thing playing for Liverpool. Will he handle the pressure at Liverpool?
One thing playing for Leipzig, at least Bowen knows the league. At least Bowen, I've seen him just do it at a lesser team, and he doesn't rely on. It's not like he relies on penalties or free kicks to score goals either. Check this as well. Everyone keeps on saying we need pace on the wings, we need pace on the wings, we need pace on the wings. We need technicians on the wing. This whole pace thing is kind of played out. We don't get space in behind against teams like that to utilize pace. The beauty of Mane and Salah is they had pace, but they also had fantastic technique as well. This whole pace thing for me is played out. We can go and get bare players with pace. Case in point, Frimpong has pace, but he doesn't know how to utilize his pace in that area to devastate an effect.
Yeah.
You see Rio. Whenever Rio scored his goals this season, it hasn't been through him burning past players. He'll stop the game, he'll slow it down, he'll stand the player up, he'll go and smoke said player, and then he'll do something after that because he's very good technically and he's got very good dribbling. Find me someone who's very good at dribbling and has a good end product over someone who's just got pace. Because the whole pace thing for me is played out. It really is.
I think you're underestimating Diamande from what I've seen of him, to be fair, Carl. To me, what I've seen of him, he defends well. He goes on the outside, he goes on the inside as well, and he goes on the left as well. So he does maneuver himself to different areas of the pitch, and he has that quality of a player that Liverpool actually need. Because if you look at Mane when he first came in, not many people wanted Mane, and then the rest is history after that. So I think he's closer to Mane than most people think when I watch Diamande, to be fair, Carl.
All right, a genuine question I'm going to ask both of you. Sam, your camera's gone, bro.
I think it does.
Genuine question. Would you have signed Semenyo 2 or 3 seasons ago to start for Liverpool?
No, because I don't know much about him.
I
got to know him
Monday. If we signed Diamande with someone else, who's better than Diamande, then I'm all for it. But for me, signing Diamande now to start for Liverpool in a team that
But why don't you get both? Like you just said, Carl. Why don't you get both? As you said, like Bowen and like someone said in the chat, someone made a great point. You could use Bowen as like Shaqiri, and then you.
I hear that, but I don't think we'll get 2. I think it'll be 1. That's the issue.
Because we still need a bench player. We still need a Shaqiri that comes off the bench and changes games.
Fozzy, I'm with you here, bro. I'm team Fozzy with this. I'm just saying I don't think we do that. But my whole thing with this is Semenyo, right now, Semenyo is fantastic. But Semenyo 2 years ago, if we had said 2 years ago, bring Semenyo in and he has to start for Liverpool now and we want to win the league with Semenyo, we would have all gone, no, he's not ready yet. But if you say Semenyo today, fair enough.
Oh, he's been ready.
If we're buying Diamande, then for me, it's going to be 2-3 seasons potentially before we get the best out of him, where we go, he's ready now to lead Liverpool to try and win a league. And that's where I'm going. I don't think Diamande is rubbish at all. I'd be over the moon if we signed him. I'm just saying for him to leave Leipzig after one very good season, then come to Liverpool, and we expect him to be the guy that leads the title charge from the right wing, I think we're doing too much.
Listen, I understand where you're coming from, but I think I'd rather take that risk than not take it, to be fair. And especially where we at as well right now, Carl, we're in no position to pick and choose like what players like are gonna come or go or anything like that, because the head coach that we have hasn't got the management style to get these players, the best out of these players. So
Yeah.
I think what I've seen of Diamande Cal, I think he will be more suited to Liverpool. I honestly think that. I know, like, you look at his age and it's only one season. It's just what I see, you know what I mean, and how we play. And I think he'll be more suited to us in the right or on the left.
I know Motm's actually a Man United fan, but shout out to him. Do we remember Sancho at Dortmund?
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
Sancho at Dortmund.
We knew as Sanchez.
Was twice the player Diamande is. Twice the player. There's no debate in that. Timo Werner, twice the player Diamande is. We've seen all these players come from the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
All these players. Good pace, decent dribbling, good finishing. In the Bundesliga, have they translated it to the Premier League? And I'm not using him I'm not painting him with the same brush as them. I'm just asking. We haven't. And they were better than him. And they came to England and struggled. If we
the talent is different. The talent is different. The Sanchez hasn't got like everything like that you need from a winger, does he? Really, the pace is not there. Obviously, you get more time on the ball in Germany with his style. If you know what I mean, it's a different style. This is a guy. Yeah, but you look at Diamande, it's different, isn't it? He's got pace. He's got defensive ability. He could maneuver the ball inside, outside. He could go in the left. He could go in the middle. He could go on the right. That's what I like about him. Sanchez was just a guy who could play on the left that cuts in. Really, that's about it. Or on the right. Sorry, on the right sometimes. But that's with no pace at all, though, Cal. He had no pace. You know what I mean? To get out of trouble either.
Gitten's another one. Okay, I knew someone was going to say Elise. I've seen Elise do it in the Prem. So that's null and void. I've literally seen Elise do it in the Premier League before he went to Germany. So that was null and void. Null and void with Elise. I can't think of any wingers who have come from the Bundesliga and lit up the Prem.
Can I ask you the same question that made you lean back 2 months ago, Callum? Bayern Munich call you. They say, give us Wirtz, we give you Elise.
Come on, Cal.
Full screen as well.
Yeah. Same question. Everyone in the chat, put 1 in the chat if you do it, 2 in the chat if you wouldn't. Simple question. Bayern Munich call you, they say, Wirtz, give me, I give you Elise. Go on.
It's straight swap deal, yeah?
Yes, don't make it any more complex than it needs to be, brother.
Straight swap deal. Is Slot still the manager or not?
Doesn't matter.
No, it does. It does. That one.
Fozzy's the manager. Doesn't matter. No more cop-out sub-questions.
So it'll be Elliot in the 10, yeah?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Wirtz for Elise, swap deal. Would you do it?
Oh, yes, you would.
Do you know what?
You would, Cal. Be honest. You would.
Shall I tell you what? It's because of the seasons they're having, it's easy to say Elise. I just know what Wirtz could be if he was in the right setup. I'd flip a coin.
That's not an answer. That is not an answer. We want an answer. Go on. Go on.
Cal, just say yes. I know you want to say yes, bro.
Just say it. If it's a no, Adi, just say it. No one's forcing you.
55 to 45% yes.
That's a yes, chat. That's a yes. That's a yes. You know the one thing, guys. Sometimes I ask a question and everyone acts like I'm crazy. 2 months later, I was like, "Ooh, Husam wasn't crazy at the time."
But can I add context to why I'd go with that? I think it would be. I think it might be. I think it might be easier now to get another 10 than it would be to get another winger. So even though I think Wirtz is still one of the best in the world, I can't think of anyone who I can go and get that could be close to Elise. And then Elise can also play 10 as well.
I have another question in this episode of Callum.
Ask Fozzy this time, bro. Don't put me in these.
No. I'm gonna ask Callum. No. 1 second. I'm gonna ask Callum a question. Callum, would you trade Isak for Kvaratskhelia?
Oh shit!
You're taking the mick. I'm not answering.
I'm
this
just
one, no.
asking a question.
No, I'm not. No, you asked me
You're
one
not?
already. I'm not answering. No, don't put me full screen. I'm not answering again.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna put you full screen. Just answer it without full
I'm
screen.
not answering. I'm not answering.
Oh, Callum's camera shy. He's been on TV. He's been on Lad Bible. He's been on Sport Bible. He's done stuff with Kenny Dalglish before, but he's shy to answer a swap deal question.
All right, hold on. All right.
Of course you will, Cal. Of course you will. Come on, man. Let's be honest, man. Come on.
So I'd then have money to go and buy another striker.
No. There's no sub questions. No sub questions.
No,
No
but
sub
then,
questions
all right.
allowed.
Well, no,
Blanket
then-
question, blanket answer.
Well, no, because then if Isak goes, then I just have wingers and no strikers. Ekatike's out. I would have literally no striker. I
Ask
literally
me
have
the
no
question.
striker.
I'll answer
Who's your
straight.
striker, Cal? Who's your striker outside Isak?
We don't have one. Ekatike's injured.
No, who would you get if you had the choice?
Oh, let's say Isak decided tomorrow morning he woke up and wanted to leave Liverpool. That Julian Alvarez.
Thank you very much. That's all I want to hear. I thought I was the only one that was thinking that one. Yeah, man. 100%.
Julian Alvarez was always my second choice last summer. Isak was always my first choice.
Oh,
Okay, for me, I would trade Wirtz for Olise. I would not trade Isak for Kvaratskhelia. I wouldn't.
Yeah, you can't right now.
No, it's not because of the striker position. It's not because of that. I don't do the cop-out sub questions thing. I
No,
just
but
think I think Alexander Isak in the correct system can easily score 25 Premier League goals for us next season. Easily. Like
I
that.
also believe Wirtz in the right system can get you 20 assists.
oh yeah.
Here's the difference for me why I would take Olise over Wirtz, but not Kvaratskhelia over Isak. Olise at Liverpool, I think, could easily get 30 plus GA in the Premier League.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. He's
And
played
I
here
could
before.
say
innit?
that
He's played here
probably
before.
regardless
Husam.
of system.
Yeah, but
with
he's played
Olise.
here before, so he knows how to play in the Premier League. That's the difference between the one
Yeah.
Cal,
Of course, that's
Diamande
part
and
of
him.
it.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
Do you know how close? I
Anyway,
was to
guys,
get my dream
let me just do these
Woodland?
supers before we send you guys over to Fozzy's stream. Big up to you guys. Make sure
What did
you
you
guys
say,
are
Cal? Sorry, Husam, what did you say, Cal?
Now how close I was to getting my dream front four at one stage. My dream front four was either Wirtz or Musiala in 10, Salah right, Isak up top, and Kvara on the left.
Not Gakpo left.
That's your guy, isn't it?
Don't say it, my guy. Don't say my guy. That's Tom's guy.
Look, of all the things I've said today,
I can't even call you racist because he's white and I'm Arab. Can't even
I'm
call you
disappointed at Cal, man. He's making fun of Arabs,
Yes,
man.
Of all the things I've said to Sam today, that's the one thing that's actually seriously triggered him, bro. Of everything I've said to him, a throwaway joke about Gakpo is what's actually triggered him. Do you know how crazy that is?
Fozzy, what were you saying? You're
No, I'm just
pointing
disappointed
in-
with Cal, man. Like, he's
actually rattled,
making fun of Arabs, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been an Arab since '79, man. You know what I mean? So what's going on, man?
Crazy, man. It's
You-
crazy.
By the way, I actually don't think we should sell Gakpo in the summer either.
You know, Gakpo's job at Liverpool is the most secure, safe job, and Monts convinced me logically. What's this? Salah is gone, Chiesa's gone in the summer, and Rio's a kid. Gakpo's the only active winger in the whole team. He has the safest job at Liverpool Football Club.
I think
He's
we're harsh on
100%
Gakpo, man.
on
I
getting
honestly
sold
think we're harsh on Gakpo, man. I
Was it
mean,
you or Tom that said Gakpo's the best left winger in the league when Diaz left?
Yes, Tom said it.
he's not even here to defend himself. God damn.
In the summer, when I was asked, by the way, the chat will tell you if I'm lying. I don't lie. When I was asked in the summer, would I rather sell Diaz or Gakpo? I said I'd rather sell Gakpo. Like I said, I'd keep Diaz over Gakpo.
So the age didn't come into it. The age didn't
Me
come
and you
into
on
it.
the same wavelength. I think we both wanted Rodrigo, right?
Yes,
All right, cool. No issues then, Husam.
Wharton is a lovely player for sure, but he can't stay fit. I think you mean, and that's in a team that's not played all much games before this season. Here's the thing, bro. Like when it comes to Wharton, I just think his skill set matches what we need, man. Like we
Wharton?
yeah. I think we need a passer like that. Like we need a passer like that.
But he still needs a DM, a proper DM next to him. That's what they play at Palace, isn't it? Two pivot midfielders. So
Yeah.
that's why he shines.
To be fair, Kamada's not a proper DM. Kamada's like more like a Szoboszlai.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like an athlete, yeah, runs up and down.
On paper,
Yeah.
paper, Wharton and Szoboszlai should work as a pivot. On paper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does it work in application? God knows. But on
See, I
paper,
don't
it
think
can
it
work.
does work on paper because Szoboszlai hasn't got the defensive instincts like someone else would.
Yeah.
Hence why I think Szoboszlai should be be next to a hybrid destroyer. If you put Schumann and Szoboszlai in the pivot,
Oh no, that's a killer. That's a killer midfield, man. That's a
Forget
killer
about
midfield.
it.
Oh, let me
Come
ask
on,
you,
man.
would you rather Schumann and Szoboszlai or Schumann and Wharton?
Schumann and Szoboszlai.
Me too, man. 100%. I'm not a Wharton guy anyway.
Yeah,
but
Schumann and
that's what I'm saying.
Szoboszlai suit each other more, actually. Yeah, I probably agree with you.
Check this. Rami Schumann next to Jones as well. Rami Schumann next to Gravenberch. For me, they all work.
I like the way Cal avoids McAllister there, but it's okay.
Again, I love McAllister. I love what he's done for Liverpool.
McAllister would definitely work next to Schumann, though.
No, he would work, but my worry about McAllister is I'm already seeing what McAllister is now. After a World Cup, he's only going to get worse.
Cal, you know with McAllister,
Oh, this is
bro,
true. There's a World
it's-
Cup.
it's- I think we're harsh on him, bro. I think like if you look at him the previous season, nobody ever complained about the way he performed.
He was
It's
the
just
best
this
midfielder
season.
in the
Yeah,
league.
it's just
last
this season. You got to look at the season, guys. Like it's just shit show, man. You know what I mean? Every player has got no. You can't even like rave about any player this season apart from you could say Szoboszlai. Other than that, everyone else has been shit.
My
It's
guy
down to
was
management.
man. Wallahi,
No,
my guy
but
was
it's
man.
it's God's honest truth, guys. Listen, I watched Liverpool for so long. I see my football club. You know what I mean? And what this manager has done this season, he destroyed the whole club inside and out. I mean, the fan base is clashing off the screen, off the pitch, on the pitch, everything. Like, we're all a mess everywhere if you think about it. And you can't just blame players here and there. They're playing in a different system that they're used to. That's why they are struggling the way they are. And if you look at McAllister, like I said, nobody was complaining about him before this season. All of a sudden,
I have complained about it, McAllister.
yes, his passes. Cal, I agree with you. His passes does go astray a lot. I agree with you, even before. But he still has that quality as a player that we need in that midfield. It's just the players around him doesn't cover for him. Imagine like every single time you have to be an up and down midfielder, and they're telling you next season we buy you a DM. Next season we buy you. And still we haven't got a DM. You know what I mean? So they get fed up in it eventually, man. They can't keep running up and down that pitch season in, season out. It's gonna tire them out, unfortunately, Cal. And that's what's happened to these players, man. They can't do the thing they used to do because they're doing too much for this team under this manager, unfortunately. But yeah, I think like with like a proper DM, I think these players will shine. Any of them, in my opinion. I
By the
even
way,
include Gravenberch.
Husam, you'll back me up here. Didn't I say in the summer nothing on McAllister, but the pivot should be if we're playing Verts, McAllister can't play in the midfield three as well. It was never anything against McAllister, but if you've got Verts there, McAllister, in my opinion, becomes a luxury type player. For me, the starting the season, it should have been Gravenberch and Szoboszlai in the pivot and Verts in the 10.
To be fair, I have seen in my when we played against Atletico Madrid, Szoboszlai and McAllister, it worked, and we controlled that game. And even the 2 goals we conceded were one-offs. For me, my problem is like we never played the correct concoction of players with each other.
Exactly,
and I think the players gave up on slot.
The start of the season was the issue, Husam.
Manchester City away is where I personally believe the players gave up on slot, because just like we think it's dumb tactics, I promise you the players think so as well.
Yep.
Okay, deep this, Callum. Salah in an interview with Gerrard is saying I played right back this season. Now let's echo those thoughts across the squad. Let's be objective. Come on. Like, obviously, that's not just the thoughts of Salah by himself. Like, obviously, there are players who are on his side. There are players who also think they're being played out of position. There are players who don't like what they're asked to do on the football pitch. We played really well against Madrid and Aston Villa, and everyone was up for it. And then we went away to Manchester City and we decided to high press Manchester City. What are you doing? You're just dumb at that point. Like, you're literally just a dumbass at that point. And for me, what I'm saying, Callum, is the following. I think just like we gave up on the manager, I think the players gave up on the manager and they don't like what they're being asked to do. And that applies to McAllister, Gravenberch and all. Like the whole Gravenberch license to roam forward.
Crazy.
I need someone to explain to me logically, why is McAllister deeper than Gravenberch on the pitch?
There you go.
Like the biggest McAllister hater will tell you he's a better passer than Gravenberch. And the biggest Gravenberch hater will tell you he's a better defender than McAllister. Why is the better defender further up and the better passer further back? You're dumb. You're actually dumb. Like,
yeah, it doesn't make sense. Either way, I look. Either way, I don't want to see McAllister or Gravenberch start for Liverpool next season. If those two, if one of those two starting for Liverpool next season, God forbid it's both, this season's gonna be even worse than this one.
God forbid it's both. It's crazy.
So I genuinely ask the question: if Gravenberch and McAllister is our starting pivot next season, and I'm not talking about maybe the first game of this season because one of our other players have got an injury or suspension, or if they're our starting pivot next season, where are we finishing in the league, guys?
Again, same thing, like top 4.
Well, it's the same head coach, isn't it? It ain't gonna be anywhere. Yeah.
If that's our starting pivot next season and Slot's our manager, we're not finishing.
We're not gonna finish top 4. I don't think we are.
We're gonna sub off a left back and bring on a left back to change games.
I
was so rattled. I was so rattled when that substitution happened. Go back to my watch.
But hang on, well, when Konate was taken off, it was 2-2, right? It wasn't 3-2.
No, it was 3-2. We were losing.
It was losing. Okay.
You know how it goes, Fuzzy. Konate comes off, Gravenberch goes back into centre back. Rinse and repeat since Chelsea.
Getting the garbage.
And when was the last time we won that? We won with that one?
We ain't won when Gravenberch has gone into centre back. We ain't won, bro. We ain't done nothing.
There you go.
And to be fair, Gravenberch does well at centre back. You don't know why? Because he's good defensively. Just play him in the DM slot, dumbass. Kind of think LFC could be in trouble for 1 to 2 seasons yet, because when Van Dijk goes, you need another signing that's not just a centre back but also
it's gonna be tough replacing him.
Yeah, I think that's very fair. I have never claimed that replacing Van Dijk will be easy ever. I think it's going to be.
It took us this long to replace, Hansen, man. You know what I'm saying? So it goes to show, man. You need a powerful defender like that to lead the back line, and there's no one out there that's like Van Dijk, in my opinion. Unless you could get two that can complement each other and can batter teams and all that stuff. It's going to be difficult replacing Van Dijk,
I said something about McAllister and the Gravenberch debate that I think is very fair. For me, I just think you can hide McAllister's lack of athleticism if you have 2 athletic players next to him. I don't think you can hide Gravenberch's lack of passing. That's the only thing for me. But outside that, I understand why McAllister has been getting cooked this season. Not a single person in this team can be classified as a good passer other than Salah and Burts. The Jones stat is complete to BS to anyone with eyes. That's the thing for me with the Jones progressive passing thing. That's why Fuzzy immediately was like, are you talking eye test or stats? Because eye test wise, no one will claim Jones is a progressive passer. Because here's the thing you guys need to understand about progressive passing. A progressive pass is you just passing the ball forward. So Curtis Jones getting the ball at right back and passing it to the right winger is a progressive pass. But we know that Jones is not a progressive passer. So I agree with this message.
You not playing Hollywood passes doesn't make you a bad passer either. I think that's what Wirtz and Salah play, the Hollywood passes or the amazing end game passes, I like to call them.
Yeah.
If you have someone in the midfield who can actually keep the game ticking over, that's harder to do than having 1 or 2 moments in a game. It's actually harder to do.
Fairs. Curtis is good on the stat and the eye test this season, definitely. 100%. This season, definitely.
By the way, though, I'm going to be real. Curtis Jones doesn't start for me next season if I get my way. But I don't want to sell Curtis Jones. And my worry is losing Jones, Jones, Robbo, Salah, and potentially Alisson in one summer is going to be detrimental.
Can't believe we're in this situation, man. I can't believe we're in this situation, man. Fuck's sake.
And say what you want about his quality and all that, you need to have players in the team who have come through the academy and understand the ethos of the club from a younger level. You need that in the club.
Only 2 Bundesliga wingers to do well, Sané and Son. Listen, and Diomande when we sign him. That's the third guy.
Big up, though. On a real, Sané and Son, outside those 2, no one can name me any.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll go a step further. Name me any Bundesliga wingers that have gone to any other leagues and done well as well, apart from Son and Sané. In the last 15 years, I'll say.
Not many, man. Not many.
In fact, I'll say 10. I'll narrow it down to 10. In the last 10
I don't watch German league that much, but I haven't seen that many that come out of there. That
the thing is,
but French league is more suited, as I said. French league is more suited.
The French league is more suited to getting players from that league to over here. 100%.
French league is
more physical over there.
Yeah. Yeah,
give me a break, man, with the Szoboszlai propaganda. For me, here's the thing, Punk, with the whole Szoboszlai thing. I just think he's probably been our most consistent, best performer this season. And he's had big moments for us like City, Arsenal, etc. So for me, if we're doing player of the season, he wins player of the season.
So let me get this straight. Again, not to get onto Punk. Anyone listening
is going to get annoyed.
Name, that's not me cussing someone like that.
You
Sobo scored against Man City this season, against Arsenal this season, against Man United, and then outside of that, he's been our best player playing at right back, centre midfield, and he had to play right wing as well. But yet he's the first person people crash out on sometimes. I don't get it. This narrative that Szoboszlai is only good because other players have been rubbish. Okay. Why are those players not being good then? Why can't it be that one of our players has just performed very well this season? To the point where they, in my opinion, should be in conversations with one of the best players in the league, full stop, not just Liverpool. Because the goal he scores yesterday, there's not many.
Oh, yeah. By the way, what Callum just said is true. If someone in the team of the season, like for the Premier League in general, puts Szoboszlai, it's not undeserved.
I don't get why he's one of the first players people.
You know what it is, Carl? They just want him to do more, innit? That's what it is. Like create more chances and he's scored more long range shots and
he scored long range this season.
Yeah, but I'm saying like in a consistent way, not like scattered way. If you know what I mean. That's what they're looking at when they talk about Szoboszlai.
Scored the winning penalty against Inter Milan. Scored, if I'm not mistaken, scored the first goal against Marseille.
Yeah, but that's scattered. It's not every time though, Carl. You know what I mean? That's what they're talking about. Because you know what it is. It's when people compare him to Gerrard and all that stuff. That's why people are angry. That's why people. That's where it starts from. That's the whole point.
I've not worked with anyone on YouTube who's compared Szoboszlai to Gerrard. Because respectfully, if they did, I'd stop working with them.
Yeah.
Because I don't want.
That's where all this starts from.
Don't go that far, Callum, because there's someone that you really like that said that. So
who? I need the name now.
He's on the list.
Private chat. Don't say anything publicly. Be quiet, you both, please.
Yeah. Oh God.
If I was a Liverpool fan, I'd be terrified of Isak getting injured
Did he
again.
Really?
Yeah. Someone get that guy on the Haaland diet because Slender Man needs some muscle. Wow.
Just pull the trigger.
Wow. You know this whole like injury for Szoboszlai, like injury for thingy, injury for what's his name? Injury for.
Did he really say that?
Yeah.
That's your friend, Cal. Not mine.
guys, allow it. No. Like, allow it.
I got a lot of friends.
I'm shocked.
I got a lot of friends.
That's my. He's my guy. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm shocked. I'm gonna have to message him.
No, don't message him. Don't message him. Just allow it. Big up to you, Mr. Perfecto. Big up to the boy Fernando. Says you guys take Mike Gotts and Diomande as our main wingers next season, 20 and 19 years old, respectfully. Trust me.
I haven't watched any of Mika Gotts.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Who does he play for? Who does he play for, Husam? Oh,
let me check.
Yeah, I don't know.
He plays for Belgian winger for Ajax in the in the Eredivisie.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
In fact, no, let me not do that. I just haven't seen him play, so no.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
Shout out to you, though, the boy Fernando. I'm going to trust you on it, but, you know, just leave it there.
Guys, I've got to go in it. I got Dean waiting for me.
Got sub for verse and wing. Joao Gomez is a must. Big up to Fozzy. Fozzy is going to send you guys back to my Chelsea watch along as well. So we have loads of content coming your way. Let's go. Go over to Fozzy as well. We're going to send you guys over there. Big up to you, Fozzy. Thank you for joining us. Also, his channel is in the description. Appreciate you, Fozzy, man. Thank
always,
you so much
brothers.
for
always, man. It's nice doing streams with these. Take care, brothers.
Big up, Fozzy. Do you know what the conundrum is for the left wing? I don't think we can get someone who's like 19 or 20 years old for the left wing because we have Rio there. I think we need someone in the 23 to 26 range. Because if we go and get someone who's a similar to age to Rio, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm just, is this, I'm just going to be thinking to myself, top row, yeah? We made it. So let me get this straight. Everyone else had to leave the stream for me to be top row. I get it.
No other options right now, buddy.
But no, I don't think.
By the way, the whole Joao Gomez thing, to make something clear, me and Callum completely agree on Joao Gomez.
Yeah,
like we could sign the guy for when Wolves get relegated, they will, bro. Under like a very cheap option. Very cheap option, athletic, good on the football. Joao Gomez for me is Timu Chouameni.
Yeah.
That's how I look at Joao Gomez.
So that's what I'm saying. If we could get Chouameni and Gomez, then I think our midfield sorted.
Sorted. I agree. It's impossible. There is no Andre. There is no way to put him bottom row with us both being here. Was Andre Shirley a good move for Chelsea for 18? No, he was not. No, he wasn't. There's another player I'm going to mention. Marco Marin. Remember?
Marco Marin.
Yeah, the Chelsea guy. Marco Marin.
They called him the German Messi.
Yeah. Hey, Messi wasn't Messiing in the Premier League.
But this is my point. Again, nothing on those players. I just think there's a reason why wingers thrive in the Bundesliga. The games are so open over there.
Callum's going above and
I
beyond.
rarely see a low blocking. Say that again,
Callum's going above and beyond to prove that Slot was the wrong decision to keep him. Like, and the more Callum speaks, the more ever, like, if you're listening to this as a spectator, every time Callum makes a point, it just makes it look so bad on Arne Slot, bro. Everything he's describing, the way we're set up and the way we do stuff is so ass, bro. It's actually unbelievable. It's actually
remember, Sam, if we take jokes out of it, when I said Slot out at first, bro, remember I said I want to be wrong. I want to be here in 3 months' time and I'm ridiculed on every stream I go to because someone in the comments goes, Cal said Slot out, you know. In the same way I'm ridiculed for some of my other takes. When I spoke about Slot at the time, though, Sam, I broke it down as to why things aren't going to get better. But because everyone's so emotional and because he'd won us the league, it's like people just ignored what I was saying, what other people were saying. And that's my frustration with it. It wasn't that I'm right, because I didn't want to be right. Me being right about Slot gets me nowhere. I have no Premier League. I have no Champions League. I have no FA Cup. I've got no Carabao. Me being right gets me nowhere. So I don't care about being right when it comes to Liverpool if I have a take that I believe is going to hinder the club. I would be wrong 10 out of 10 times if Liverpool win 10 out of 10 times.
I can't believe I was on the wrong side of history there.
You weren't, no, because I don't think you were ever like, no.
I was just believing that the guy could turn it around.
Oh, right. So there's a difference to Sam. I didn't believe he could turn around, whereas you did. Again, I'm not going to draw names because I know people will take it and run with it. Anyone who said Slot in still are still my friends, innit?
Don't worry, they're still watching. You know, your face will be on a thumbnail somewhere, I promise you. Anyway, carry on.
Like, they're my guys, innit? And like Drifty went at me for saying Slot out. James went at me for saying Slot out. A bunch of other people did. My whole thing was, though, when they kept on saying Slot in still, it was you're looking at this from an emotional standpoint. And if we go into the summer and we look at things from an emotional standpoint, whether it be player purchases or managerial stuff, we're cooked. And I hate to say it, Man United look like they're in the ascendancy. Chelsea, I still think, are going to be by the wayside because they just can't seem to get it right. Arsenal are going to improve again. City are going to continue to improve. Whether it's Pep Guardiola there or not, their hierarchy won't allow them to not improve. Call me crazy. I think Villa might go another step again. I don't think Newcastle are going to be as bad as they were this season. There's going to be other teams knocking on the door again, and I don't want to be one of those teams in and around the mix.
I disagree with a couple of the teams, but overall point, I agree with. How can anyone say we are run well is beyond me? Slot is still here. We aren't run well just by that.
Yeah.
Szoboszlai equal James Ward-Prowse with better cardio. Look, here's the thing. I understand what you're saying because last summer we were saying, you know, Szoboszlai is going to get dropped for Wirtz because of how amazing McAllister and Gravenberch were last season. They were both in team of the season. However, with new evidence comes new opinions, and it's very fair to say that this season Szoboszlai has been our best player. And as Callum pointed out, he scored in big goals for us as well, bro. So in big games, sorry. So it's not like he's just done it in the small game or something. He's literally done it in the big games too. He's had a lot of big moments for us. He's had incredible moments. So I can't just bypass that. That's the thing.
Check this as well regarding Szoboszlai as well, Sam. Check this, yeah. Last season, everyone was getting on Szoboszlai because he was playing 10. He wasn't scoring enough goals in this year. And every time I kept on saying, guys, he's listed as the number 10 for the club. On the team sheet, he's listed as number 10. But if you actually watch how he plays, he runs beyond Gravenberch and McAllister sometimes to chase opposition midfielders and attackers. Who else are we seeing doing that this season? Florian Wirtz. So doesn't that show that the manager doesn't know how to utilize a 10 properly? Not just that.
It doesn't.
If you look at last season, the player who had the most luxury in the midfield is actually McAllister, because he would be the one who'd box crash. He would make that third man run and he would score those vital goals. So Szoboszlai was listed as a number 10. So again, people crash out if you want to on the goals and assists last season. He was listed as number 10, but he wasn't playing as number 10. But check this. Everyone who crashed out and said he weren't getting enough GA last season, what's his GA this season? But yet he's still being crashed out on. Make it make sense.
Yeah, no, that part I agree with. That part I agree with. Yes, by the way, just so you know, the overall message I agree with. Szoboszlai should not be our best player. That part everyone agrees with. So after the summer that we had, Szoboszlai should not be our best player. However, he is. You get it? Like, he shouldn't be, but he is. Because Szoboszlai being your best player is a bad sign, not because he's a bad player, but because of all the talented players we have. Anyway.
All right, so let me get this straight then. So when we were finishing 5th in the league and we were just about getting top 4 and all that, does that mean Gerald weren't great then? Because we're losing. No, wait, Husam, hold on, wait.
Surrounded by talented players. Like, Szoboszlai has a lot of talent around him, and
are those talented players performing though, Husam?
No, that's I just said they all look like shit.
So check this. We qualified for the Champions League on the last day of the season of 17-18, if I'm not mistaken, yeah?
Yeah.
Who was the best player in the league that season?
Salah.
But we finished 4th and scraped it on the last day of the season.
Yeah.
But he's the best player, right? So let me get this straight. 16-17, we scraped 4th on the last day of the season as well. Arguably say Mane was our best player that season, right?
Yeah, not arguable.
Did anyone at did anyone at the end of 2017 or the end of 2018 go, why am man propping up Salah and why am man propping up Mane? We struggle to get top 4. I don't care if they're the best players because, you know, this, that, and that. No, we just said they're the best players. So Szoboszlai is arguably playing in a worse, not arguably actually, he's playing in a worse performing team than those two teams with a lesser manager, but he's getting crashed out on saying he wouldn't be our best player if the others performed. Guess what? The others didn't perform. If my auntie had a set of testicles, she'd be my uncle. So I can only go based off what I'm seeing. And I'm seeing a player who has performed above and beyond. Remember, at the beginning of the season when we signed Wert, what was the fan base saying about Szoboszlai? He's going to be a bench player next season. He's sitting on the bench. He's going to have to hold bench. Well, guess what? He's become our most important player this season. So why not just give him his flowers and get onto the players who haven't been performing as well? Because if you're saying, oh, guess what? He's only performed well because the other players haven't performed well. Well, why haven't those players performed well if they're that much better than him? If they're that much better than him, why hasn't Gravenberch performed better than him? If Wirtz is that much better than him, why hasn't he performed better? Salah, why hasn't he performed better this season? Gakpo, why hasn't he performed better? Isak, Ekitike, why haven't all these players performed better than Szoboszlai if they're better than him?
It's about your standing relative to your squad potential. Bournemouth is having a better season than us, but they're below us. It's not complicated.
They're below us by 5 points or 6
points. I think there is some element of truth to what he's saying, but the way that he's conveying the message is wrong. Let me tell you the element of truth.
But it's not night and day.
Headed into the season, Callum, if I asked you, who do you think would Liverpool's best player be? You would have probably said Salah, Wirtz, Isak, Virgil, Alisson, these players.
Yeah.
So his point in general is not mad, but the way that he's conveying the message is making us feel like Szoboszlai's shit. He isn't. However, him being our best player can also be a bad indicator. You get it? So my truth is in the middle for me. Like, that's not fair. Because he's a bad player or anything, because he can't be our best player with all the signings we made.
Again, shout out to Punk as well. Check this though. Bournemouth are having a better season than us, but they're below us. It's not complicated. How many points are Bournemouth below us?
I'm going to check. 6. They're only 6 points behind us.
Exactly. Only 6 points behind.
I didn't even realize they were that close. Right. They beat Palace 3-0 yesterday.
Exactly. So, again, like the nuance there doesn't make sense to me because we were expected to go and try and win a league. Bournemouth weren't even really expected to get into Europe. But look where they are. So, of course, they're having a better season. once again, Szoboszlai's having a good season because Szoboszlai's turned up for most of the season, whereas most players in our squad haven't turned up for most of the season. Bournemouth is 6 points. So when I say Iraola, remember back in October,
I agree on
November,
Iraola. See,
remember back in October and November, and I was asked who would you get to replace him. I said Iraola or Glasner. I think would do better than Slot. I got cussed out again. Iraola with Bournemouth is 6 points behind Liverpool Football Club. Again, make it make sense.
big up to you, Punk. Listen, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna go like eat, pray, and come back for the Chelsea hate watch. I love to hate on Chelsea so much. I can't stand that football club. Anyway, don't forget MHF 15. This only runs for the next 3 or 4 days, you guys. There's a lot of stuff for the World Cup. I made sure there are Haiti shirts, Jamaica shirts. Oh, I forgot Jamaica aren't at the World Cup. There's Jamaica shirts, there's Ghana shirts, South Africa shirts. There's a lot, so go over there and get yourself, some shirts as well and use the code MHF15. 15% off, guys. 15% off. You get me double what we usually give you. Appreciate you all. Love you all. We're going to send you guys over to Fuzzy. Go over there and just tell him Husam raid and show him some love. The same love that you showed me. Big up to Fuzzy as well for jumping in, replacing Matt. Ever so reliable Matt. You get me? Big up to you guys. Love you all and see you guys on Fuzzy's stream, man. Peace out.